All right, baby. We rolling heavy. Oh, that's good. Let's make sure we're live here. Everybody hear me? Da, 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 da. Oh, that's a good one. Fuckle up, you buckers. No, that's nice. I like that. Write that down. Oh, you already did. All right, here we go. All right. We looks like, oh, we got 25 people in here already. Awesome. Oh, wow. Somebody's coming out the gate. Got $2. Didn't even start yet. Awesome. It's fantastic. Let's get some more people in here. Let's see what's up. Thank you for the $2. I really appreciate that. Happy Sundays. Buckle up. Listening from work. That's awesome, man. You get that money, boy. YZTC, buckle up, Big Daddy. You know the deal. Welcome. Stomp the Elites. Appreciate you being here, brother. Patreon member. Much love. Let's see what we got. What's up, Nick? Take a hit of that, man. I'm just kidding. I actually did smoke weed this weekend. I went to a wedding. It was fucking bananas. I was so blitzed. I swear, because I haven't smoked weed in months. So I'm sitting here smoking weed. And if I do smoke weed, it's only at nighttime. Something about the daytime, I just get I get weird in the day. I can't hang. But I did smoke. My brother got married this weekend. It was had a gay old time. Had a great time. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Who we got in here? Helena or Helena? I don't know how to say that. What's up? Average Joe, how you doing, brother? Let's see what we got. What's up, Kim? How you doing? Hey, sugar. We got a bunch of people in here looking good, looking good. Oh, what's up, BK? Hope you're doing all right, man. I hope you have some good news for us. Hope you found a job. Or at least I hope you or your girl found a job. One of you. Okay, your odds are looking good. Let me see. You know, speaking of jobs, real quick before I get deep into these comments here, Joe says, just got off work and shipping out eBay orders. Jethro Tull concert shirt, pair of loafers. He sold a troll doll. He sold some clock parts. See, this is just to give you guys some idea. Maybe BK, you got some shit around your house, man? Look up how to list stuff on eBay, man. Start slanging some shit. Fuck it. You know, don't go out and buy stuff, but just look at what Joe just said. He sold a fucking t-shirt, a pair of loafers, probably used, a troll doll, and clock parts. People buy weird shit. They really do. They really they really fucking do. It's crazy. Whiskey Tango, you always got some shit to say in the comments. I love it. He goes, are you even trying to grow that mustache? No, I shave every like 3 days. And then this is what it looks like. And I don't even shave like fully. I just buzz it. You know, that's all I do. I just buzz it down. You know, I don't know. I can't shave my face like that every day. It's annoying. It really is. And I'm not going to abide by society's rules. I will not do it. I'm just kidding. I pay my taxes. This guy's working. That's cool. I love that you guys are able to listen to me at work. That's awesome. Chill jobs. It's 10 a.m. Monday for me. I am from the future. Classic. I love it. Yeah, man. Speaking of work, you know, I have a job, as you guys know. I do this with you. No, I'm just kidding. I do wait tables though. So, but I've noticed, man, I don't think this place I'm working at, I think I'm going to be a part of this whole layoff statistic because it's not looking good over there. Business is not good. Like, I mean, it's shit. I'm sure it's going to pick up because it's like very seasonal in Florida. You get a lot of snowbirds. They're all coming down now. But it's not looking good. I don't see them. I feel like they're going to be open for the season from like December to like May. But after that, I don't think people are going to have a job there any longer. I don't see it happening. I don't. So, unfortunately, because the place next door to it just closed. And, yeah, so anybody getting laid off, go ahead and vent it out in the comments because I think it's going to be happening to me. Zachary says, what kind of strain of weed did you smoke? Dude, it was like some sour shit. It was like, It smelled like skunk butt. It had some stank on it. It was like that kind of shit. It was like, don't take this the wrong way, but it smelled like like when a group of black dudes walk into a store and they just smoked out the car and you could just smell that weed on them. It smelled exactly like that. Yeah, this shit had me fucked up, dude. And I don't really like getting fucked up, but it was fun. I had a good time. This guy goes, thanks for the $5. I really appreciate that. Seriously. He goes, new to the channel, enjoy the content, buckle up. Also retired. He's 44 and bored as fuck. Nice, dude. Congrats. I'd love to know how you retired at 44. That's wonderful. Got a lot of people in here. A lot of people. Let's see what else we got. And if you guys are new here, I'm going to let you guys jump onto the channel. And whoever wants to come live with me, I'm going to put a link in the chat soon here. And whoever wants to pop on, we're just going to talk some shit and, have some fun with it. Let me see. One time, wait, he goes, Tommy Bernhard goes, one time, don't make you gay, bro. That's just testing the waters. Hey, man, gay is good. Okay. Everyone's doing it. It's the new trend. It's true. Let's see. Let me see. Prime Objective's always commenting. He's always got some good shit to say in the comment section. No drugs or alcohol allowed in my system with my line of work. Yeah, I'll drink and smoke here and there, but I don't get fucked up like that anymore. I already did my party stuff. And honestly, I never cared for drinking, man. It always just fucked me up too much, and I don't know what it is. I'll drink here and there though. This guy goes, I retired at 55 mostly because of that 80s TV commercial. I don't know what that means, but hey, if you're in a commercial, that's awesome. Or if he's making a joke about retiring at 55 because of the TV, says that's what you do. I'm not quite sure. CDK goes, happy Sunday. He's a little hungover tonight, buddy. Here we go. No, I'm actually not hungover at all. I only had like maybe 3 drinks last night, but the weed definitely was like, Tony Armstrong, what's up, brother? Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. You got a lot of people in here. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna tell a little wedding story. I was best man at a wedding, round 2. It's my second time being a best man. And I'm in South Florida, so my boy did an outdoor wedding, which was very hot. Great turnout, man. It was a good wedding, real good. They didn't have crab cakes. Little bummed about that. Some AC would have been nice, but it went really well. And I had to because you got to give a best man speech, so I had to really refrain from some of the jokes I wanted to say. But I'm gonna go ahead and say this one joke that I really wish I could say, that I wanted to say, but I just gotta get out of my system. So I thought it would be funny. My brother's name is Nick, and the wife's name was Katie. So I said, this is so bad, but it would have been beautiful. I wanted to go. When Nick told me he was going to propose to Katie, he told me that he wasn't just going to get down on one knee, but he was going to get down on both knees to represent all the times she got on her knees for him. Yeah. So anyways, bad joke, but I thought we got some laughs. I thought it was funny. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to pop this link in the chat here, guys. Let's get this party started. Should be fun. Anybody who wants to hop on, the link has been set. And, we're going to have a good time. Whoever wants to jump in, just click it and tick it or whatever. This guy goes, don't say that, Jack. My old ass has been in 3 recessions, and I'm scared as a motherfucker. It gets nasty. Yeah, fuck. What's another recession? You've already been through 3. Let's up the ante a little bit here. Not to joke it off like that, but unfortunately, that's kind of where we're going. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a bit scared too. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. It's not looking that great, but all you could do is basically just spend as little money as possible, enjoy your life, but it's it is a bit rough. All right, looks like we got somebody coming in here. Oh, let me get these headphones on. Let me get my Space Invader 7s in here. I hate these headphones, but you know what? I'm gonna do it for you guys. All right, if you guys missed last, okay, BK, I need you to turn off your external monitor, brother.
Say that again.
Do you have an external monitor?
I'm actually on my phone. You want me to turn on my camera? I can turn on my camera.
No. What I mean is pause whatever video is playing.
Oh, I don't have a video playing. There's nothing playing in the background.
Oh, I wonder why you're echoing.
I
Mm,
couldn't tell you.
that's not good, dude.
Not
That's,
sure.
that's
I just
really
wanted to
not
give
good.
you an update, man. Nothing's really changed, unfortunately. Things actually got worse for me this week because my phone turned off. I couldn't even pay my phone bill. Thankfully, one of my
Oh
boys
shit.
from high school realized that my phone was off and he paid it for me. So I'll still be expecting calls from interviews and stuff like that, but nothing's really changed, unfortunately. I did want to let you know that my wife is a property manager. So if you know anybody that's looking for a property manager, that'd be really helpful. But nothing's really changed on my end, unfortunately.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna mute you for 1 second. Let me see something. All right, can you guys everybody hear me now? We're not okay. We're not echoing. So for everybody who doesn't know what BK here is talking about is he recently got laid off from his job, not too recently, months ago. So it's getting to the brink here. He can't even pay his fucking phone bill, and his wife all of a sudden then got canned on top of that. So here's what we're gonna do for this gentleman tonight. Half of the donations that come in tonight, YouTube does take a cut, but we're gonna break this gentleman off some money. Okay. BK, you're on mute right now, so you can't talk at this very moment. But that's the deal here. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna help out this guy here. Okay. I know I've been down on my luck. I've needed help in my life. So we're gonna do that for this man tonight. Um, Tommy says, BK, I'm gonna unmute you in just 1 second here because I keep echoing when you're on there. But just hold on 1 minute. Tommy says Tommy's also a reseller here. He does eBay stuff like that. Sells used goods basically. Buy low, sell high. He goes, if you have thrift stores in town or people have garage sales near you or even Facebook, you really don't need a job. Just discipline. Find low cost items that people need and sell it for retail. Yeah, I mean, he makes it sound super simple, but preferably, I hope you either have a job or a lot of money saved before you start that endeavor. But if you have shit around the house and you really need money, you'd be really shocked what you can sell on eBay and some of these other sites. It's actually pretty bananas. I've been selling on there quite a long time. I was nearly full time with it for about 2 years, but even just as like an extra few $100 a week, an extra 1,000 a month can change people's lives. It's a big deal. BK, I'm gonna let you talk in just 1 second. We got $5 from Sir Aaron. He goes, "What's up from New York City? Love how real your content is, especially from a young 23-year-old. Keep at it." Well, I appreciate you being here, brother. And you're pretty young considering my main demographic is pretty older than you. So welcome. I appreciate you being here. BK, I'm going to unmute you in just a moment, brother. I don't know what it is with that echo, but I can't be having all that. Thank you for the $9.99 from Adam. I really appreciate that. So, guys, whatever you guys donate, we're going to break off BK. BK, I'm going to let you say a few words here, but then I might have to get you off the stream just because that echo. So go. I just unmuted you, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's echoing. It might be because it's a new phone and I'm still getting used to everything.
That's cool.
Not sure why that's happening, but I appreciate you so much, Jack. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you to
Yep.
everybody in the stream, and just keep me in your prayers. It's not looking great, honestly. Like at this point, I was thinking about just dropping my daughter off with her grandparents because I know I can't take care of her. That's how bad things are getting.
Well,
And
you know what, man? If your daughter's going to be in, I'm going to mute you for a second. If your daughter's going to be in better care with the grandparents for a little bit, I'm sure she's going to know you love her. And, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And thank you for the $3.99. And I'm serious. I'm going to break you up. But here's what I want you to do, BK. I want you to DM me on Instagram, and give me whether you want to do Cash App or Zelle. Just DM me and I'm gonna break you off. YouTube takes a cut, so I gotta do some math on all this shit. But I'm gonna break you off fucking half or whatever we get here tonight. And just fuck it. People helping people. You get and you give and you shall receive. But anyways, BK, I'm gonna let you say one more thing, and then I'm gonna have to get you out of here just because of that echo.
Yeah, again, I appreciate it, Jack. Sorry about the echo, man. I think it's because my phone didn't automatically close YouTube when I clicked on the link. So I might have you running twice. Um, I need your Instagram link, and then I'm good to go, man. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So my Instagram's the same exact name, Jack Morgan RLP, same exact photo. You'll know it's me. So just DM me, give me your credentials, man. Everybody pray for this dude, and let's hook him up with a little bread. Even hopefully it's something, but help him out. But BK, have a great one, man. I'm gonna get you out of here. We're praying for you. Things are gonna look up. You do what you got to do. And we all got your back. Just don't forget to DM me. Give me your information. All right. We got Dang Man back in the building. What's up, brother? Where you hailing from?
Tampa.
Oh yeah, that's right, Tampa. Okay.
Yeah, the Tampa area, North Tampa.
Okay, I can't remember how long you were on the show last time. So you're from Tampa Bay. I'm also a Florida brother.
Yeah.
So what's if you don't mind telling everybody, I forget. Can you re-inform me? So hey, how old are you and what do you do for a living?
51 years old.
Okay.
Kind of semi-retired, finding a new way. Broke my back. Used to work in the movie industry.
Oh, that's right. You did the movies. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did a bunch of movies, and now just trying to find a new way. It is what it is.
Hey man, so what do you mean you kind of retire? Like you have like a 401k, or you have like a bunch of shit you invested in, or how's that?
Yeah, I got some old investments, and then
Okay.
also since I was part of a union, I have a retirement account, and then also an IAP account.
Okay, gotcha. So at
then I
least
get,
you got some backup. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah, because it's rough. It's definitely rough. But you know what?
yeah, I mean it's bad. I feel bad for the younger guys because at least I had to pass 10, 15 years to build up something.
Yeah. That's fucking great. Yeah. But I will say though, it is kind of like it's scary, but there's something exciting about like starting something new. Like
Yeah, fair
trying to
enough.
figure something new out. It's like scary, but it's also exciting. You know how there's
Yeah.
like that saying where it's like when people like self-sabotage themselves and like always things are going wrong, but they almost feed off of that negative because it's still a feeling. So the opposite, it's the same way for the good way, but I think you're gonna be all right. Hey, thanks for the $30, $30.99. Appreciate that. We're gonna hook up BK and pass it along because that dude's going through some shit. Another thing too, I don't know if you're interested in this. Dang man, what's your real name? I'm so sorry.
Chad.
Chad, that's right. Okay. So
Yeah.
Chad.
Great name to have, dude. It's been
It
a
is.
horrible life.
No.
It's been a horrible name to have all my life.
How often do you get Jack mixed up with that? Like other
I
people.
get Jack is a lot. I get Jack.
I get Chad. When I say Jack, they're like Chad. I go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm Chad now. I'm gonna roll
whatever
with it.
they got.
Yeah, I'm Chad. Sign me up. Um, but anybody interested in this? This is actually something that I still sell stuff online. I'm not as active with it, but things still sell. But the Tommy here, he also said he's not saying quit your job. He just means if you don't have a job and have $5, you could start an income stream if you want money bad enough. But you can't help people that can't help themselves. It's very true. He's not tripping. But I will tell you, man, that eBay route, it is a great extra. Like, if you can figure it out and you sell stuff you're actually into, I highly recommend you sell stuff you really like. It looks like Average Joe right here is a perfect example of selling shit online. I actually got my thermal printer. I got my thermal printer right here for you, Joe. Boom, baby.
Nice.
I peel that bitch out like that. I got my scale over here. And you know what? You can really why don't we let Joe What's up, Joe? Where you hailing from, brother?
There you go. There's mine. Where's that? There it is.
Oh, you got the thermal. Okay. All right. I see you. You know the deal. So, Joe, where you hailing from, brother?
Southwest Michigan.
Okay,
So,
nice. I was just up in Detroit for a little while. Well,
there.
near Detroit. Okay, yeah, I was all the
Yeah.
way by your thumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you're always commenting on the channel. I always appreciate you, man. Looks like you're having fun watching the vids, and you want to give some people, because like Chad here, he's looking for something new to do. Why don't you go ahead and run them down on like what stuff you look to sell and how long it took you to where you were making like a good profit off of reselling online, because this is a good avenue for people. I don't talk about a lot of my channel, but it really is. I think it's a good avenue. I made a lot of money doing it. You know, why don't you go ahead and lay it on the line for the people?
Well, I started about 5 years ago. When I quit drinking, I needed something to do.
Yeah, you got to replace that void. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, well,
Congrats on that, by the way.
What's that?
It's like congrats on getting sober, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. So instead of, I just started, like, I think somebody mentioned in the comments that they go to garage sales looking for stuff here. I think I watched eBay YouTube videos. There's a million of them out there.
There's so many.
Yeah, just started picking up on what they were kind of like, okay, now I'm going to look for this, look for that, kind of learn how eBay works. You can look up sold comps to see what stuff is selling for. So you're not buying something that there's 300 of and 2 only sold in the last 5 months.
Now, would you agree with me that you should, because in my opinion, I started selling out stuff I already owned. That's how I started. And then I started selling shoes because I was in the skateboard community and I knew all these professional skaters, and professional skaters really don't get paid shit. So yeah, so they rely on reselling their products that they get for free. So what I would do is I'd buy 10, 15 pairs of brand new Nikes that run for $100. I get them for 20 a piece, 25 a piece, depending on how desperate the skateboarder was. And but then it moved that, and I was always into antiques, as you can see behind me. And then that moved into, oh, well, I like this stuff, and this stuff's set. People buy it. And then eventually I just was like, oh shit, I'm making a whole new income here. It was actually pretty wild on how it works. And I think this channel, for anybody watching who's maybe thinking like, man, I could use some extra bread, something I could do on my own. Craigslist Hunter is great. There's another guy, I think his name's Urban Picker. He changes his name a lot, but he's actually like the real deal. I'll just leave it down in the link after the live show's over for anybody wants to see it. But Craigslist Hunter's great. That's really the only one I could think of off the top of my head. Tommy Bernhard. Well, first of all, thanks for the $5. Dope channel. He's chilling in the Walmart parking lot. I appreciate you, Ennis. I really do. But this guy right here, he used to do a podcast. You can even still go to his channel now. And if you were to go to his channel and just click on like the live section, I don't know if he's doing shows anymore or not. I don't think he is. But he had a lot of really helpful information on his channel because he was more raw with it. Like he's not going to he's not going to sugarcoat shit. But there's a lot of good people out there where you can learn how to sell some shit, and it is fun. It is fun. Thanks for the $10. Appreciate that. Everybody new in the chat, whatever we make tonight, we're going to hook up one of our viewers because he's running on a hard time. We're going to give him half of the money tonight.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
I go ahead and let you go. But yeah, you were right. These are used, but you put them in a bag, you clean them up. They look new. You say they're like new, and as long as you're honest with it, you're good to go. So I gotta get back to work.
Oh, all right, man. Hey, I appreciate you popping in, dude. I really do.
Yeah, no problem. One of the lives, and I'm like, I'm gonna be famous for 5 seconds. Cool.
All right, Joe. I appreciate you coming on, dude. And next time, if you have more time to come on, maybe you could run a spiel on how you do all your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, brother.
Absolutely. All right. See you
later, Joe. Yeah. So, anyways, like Tommy says here, he goes, sneakers is the most stable game around. He sells 95% of shoes. He averages 5 to 7K a week. Yep. Remind you, he is a pro at this shit, though. He's been doing this a long time. So yeah. So, anyways, let's get over here. So, what's up with you, Chad? How's everything been going? What have you been doing with your off time, or what have you been into? Like, what have you been trying to get into? Maybe, I'm just curious what somebody in their 50s kind of starting over, how you operate or how you like doing stuff. Oh shit, I got you on mute. My bad, bro. You're on mute, Chad.
There you go.
Oh. There you
go. Started a real estate photography business. Got my FAA license. So
Nice.
been kind of doing that, man. It's been it's not anything like the money I used to make, but then again, I now have a life.
Oh, that's nice. So when
You
you're in
know?
the movie business, did you like work like a shit ton? Like, was
Yeah,
it like
dude.
a lot?
It's like, yeah, it's either feast or famine. Like,
Well, yeah, because why don't you tell people how the movie business is? Because I kind of like, I was going down that road. Like, I'm still going to do stand up, but when I was looking in, like, this is years ago,
it's the
trying to
same
go
thing,
that
man.
route.
It's the same thing for crew as it is for,
As
just like talent. You're just
the
trying to
actors.
book gigs. Yeah.
Yeah, because like what a lot of people don't know about these movie stars, I don't care like how famous they are. A lot of them, it's literally like you get a gig and you don't know when your next gig's coming. You don't know. And you might not work for a while.
Yeah.
So that's got to be even harder when you're being part of the crew, because I'm assuming some of these actors are getting top tier, they're getting quality bread.
They take good care of you. But it's like once you get into like one ring of the circus, let's say, you can run with that for a while. Like, you get in with, like I got in with Michael Bay films. So I did a bunch of Michael Bay films, one after another. Got in,
Okay.
Did some junk with Fincher, and then they just kind of pass you around because you're just basically a labor whore.
Yeah, that's
literally.
That's what it seemed like when I was trying to kind of get into that business. And I remember just being like, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm good now. Because I get people asking me that shit all the time in the comments, like, bro, you should be an actor, dude. Like, and I'm like, dude, should I though? I'm like, you really think
if it works, if you want to chase that?
It just doesn't sound fun to me, man. I don't want to life's already hard enough, I feel like that's just going to make my life a lot harder if I went that route. And who's going to see movies nowadays? Like, be real with me. Everybody in the chat, tell me how many fucking movies do you watch on a weekly basis? Like, be real here. Like, be honest.
None.
Probably not many.
I don't watch them.
Like, dude, I was watching.
I just collected the check.
I fucking I'm like, if I do watch a movie, it's from like 2005. It's like an old
back
movie.
when they were original. Now they're just regurgitated old stuff. It's just all the same stories we've already seen over and over.
It's literally all same shit. And no shade to the movie business. I like a good movie. I do, but at the same time, it's like shit's just changed. I've said this before, but when you have, nowadays, I just put the link in the chat. Anybody new that's on the stream, if you want to hop on live here, you just click the link that I just dropped in the chat, and you could jump on in. But what was I gonna fucking say?
I know, but it was gonna be great.
The fucking shit, Chad. I'm ruining the entire night.
No, you're not.
This is what I was gonna say. Back in the 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, you really only had TV. So that's what's on. It's like the Seinfeld joke where it's like they're pitching the Seinfeld TV show idea to the NBC exec, and they're like, well, why are people going to watch the show? And he goes, because it's on TV.
Yeah.
And it made sense. But now, back in 1990, we didn't have the capability to watch some guy in fucking South Florida, break shit on the camera, or some dude in his car in Detroit, Michigan, drive around and give his take on, economics. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Or some funny dude who lives in, somewhere in the mountains, like that wasn't there. That wasn't fucking available, So that's why I look at it like, I watch YouTubers like dudes just walking around the park talking about real estate, or like they're just talking about, like I barely even watch just bullshit like skit stuff. Like I barely watch that stuff, because it's been done so much. And eventually this will get played out too. It's going to get to the point where people don't even want to sit at dinner with each other anymore. It's like just sick of conversation in general. But, until then, I'm riding it out. Hey, thanks for the $20, Joe. I really appreciate that, because there's so many little tricks to do with eBay. You could end up making a chunk on the shipping most times. Yeah, you can. So if you were to do, let's say you guys wanted to sell some stuff, always put your shipping a little bit higher. So it's like, what do you want to ship this for? First of all, usually you don't know what you're doing in the beginning, but if you know something's going to cost you $5 to ship, usually, you mark it up to like $8 to ship it, and then you just make like an extra $3. But that shit adds up. It really does. He's not tripping. Ray Blair says, I prefer YouTube, to be honest. Free and lots of interesting stuff to watch. Yeah, absolutely. My best friend Taco, he's been on the show before. His little sister, he's got a way younger sister, like nearly 20 years younger than him. His parents had a late kid. But her and her friend, I was over there visiting in Tennessee, and her and her friend were like, there was like, hey, Jennifer, you want to go watch YouTube? She's like, yeah. And we all looked at each other, and, I was like, it's the fucking new TV, man. And God knows what they're watching in there, but, they're watching something. They're probably watching some other 13-year-olds do some stupid shit, and that's cool. If I was 13, I'd be stoked on that too. I'd be like, he's in 6th grade. I'm in 6th grade. This guy goes, I'm a retired businessman from LA who worked in Hollywood Hills for 30 years in the same business. He told me 2 years ago in LA, aspiring actors and actors are bartenders. Yeah. I was a bartender. I'm still waiting tables. Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
that's
I've
the
been,
deal.
that's how it is. And I have tried, like I've talked on the channel, I've tried trade jobs. I suck at it. I'm not good at it. I don't want to like work hard at something I naturally suck at.
Yeah, but that's
I've
even like background. You make what? I think it's like 320, 350 minimum for the day.
for what?
For a SAG background actor.
Oh, 350 a
day.
day. Wow. But then you're
that's
waiting on gigs.
minimum. Yeah.
But then you're waiting on gigs though.
Yeah, but I mean, when it's busy,
cool.
you can. Yeah, when it's busy, all you need to do is mumble and walk around in the background.
Yeah, that's true.
Eat the catering.
And then it's cool. You're like, I'm on a movie set right now. Look at me go.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But speaking of Hollywood Hills, man, this is funny. When I was bartending at this one place, I quit one night on a whim. I just got so pissed. I just quit. I had like 30 grand in the bank, so I wasn't too worried about it. But like, this is probably shit. What is it? It was nearly 10 years ago. I was like 25, 26. And so I quit one night. I gave my 3-hour notice. I didn't just walk off the shift. I said, listen, 3 hours from now, when this place is closing down, I'm out. My last night. I'm done. That's how mad I was. And so next day I signed up to do Uber. And this is like the golden era of Uber, as like anyone who drives Uber calls it. I didn't know at the time. But when I first started driving Uber, I was making some fucking bread. I was actually really surprised. And you met a lot of people. I hooked up with this Asian chick, picked her from Target. Next thing you know, we're having sex. I couldn't believe it. And she paid for the ride. True story, man. But anyways, the point is the Hollywood Hills thing. This is where I'm getting at. So I'm up in Hollywood, right? Driving around Laurel Canyon, which is like in the movies, it's like the fucking canyon where the parties are at and all that. So I pick up this dude. He's probably like 85 years old guy. Gets in the car. He's hitting on me the whole ride, and we're going up to the top of a hill. We're right by the Chateau Marmont, right? The Chateau. And so I'm driving up the hills, and we're going way up in this motherfucker. And he's hitting on me the whole time. Finally, we get to this massive estate with one of those big, like Richie Rich gates, one of those fucking things. So he buzzes the bitch in, the gate opens, and listen to this shit. The guy goes, All right. Well, he goes, well, if you want, come up and take a shower, or you can keep driving. You know, it's your pick. And he just starts getting out of the car, and I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me, Grandpa? I was like, and I thought to myself, I was like, I could probably make a lot of money doing that, but I was like, I'm good. I'm out. But I thought that was very odd. And I thought to myself, I go, oh, well, maybe if I go suck this guy's dick, he'll put me in a movie. Anyways, I didn't do it, but you know, probably bad business decision on my end. I know. Ennis goes, bro, if you ever be in Pompano or Miami at all? Surprisingly a bit. And thanks for the $1.99. Really appreciate that. I used to be down in Miami a lot for skateboarding, but now that I don't skate as much, I kind of don't, there's no real appeal to me anymore. You know, I never really went down there for the clubs and all this shit. I really only spent a lot of time there for skating, but if I ever am down there doing a show or doing something, I'll, you know, eventually I'll be at that level where, you know, you guys come link up, whatever. Back to the eBay stuff. Tommy goes, once you know what you are doing, you will realize buyers bulk at an extra $2 on shipping and $10. It looks scammy, but you make your money on the item, not the shipping. Yeah, you make your money on selling the goods, obviously, but you know, you could still make a little extra on shipping. If you're selling by bulk, you know. CD Gay goes, I used to watch a lot of movies, but now the quality of really good films is few and far between. Yeah, it really is. It's really, it's not that great. It's really not that great. But yeah, it's funny because I had somebody recently, this chick, she was asking me, we started talking about, you know, the YouTube and stuff, and I didn't like get too deep with it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm actually, you know, I'm making money. It's going great. And, you know, I'm just building it up. Like you know, I want to do stand-up comedy and I want to, you know, make it successful YouTube channel. That's what I'm doing. And she was like, yeah, she's like, I got some ties in Hollywood and I'm going to go. She's like, I really want to make movies and stuff. And she's like really young. She was probably like 22. And I remember just kind of looking at her like, I was like, good luck with that. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know how good that business model is really doing, you know.
Well, right now it's just starting back. They've been on strike since.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've been on fucking strike.
Now you got to wait for the writers to write stuff, and then.
Oh, thanks, James. Don't you need to be funny to do comedy? Yeah, you're real cute. Is there a way to block this guy? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, apparently you need to be funny to do comedy. And also, believe it or not, some people like country music, but I don't. So it looks like all those people who like country music are actually wrong. They're stupid. Yeah. So anyways, in other words, you know, you either get it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was a perfect one here. Like Joe Rogan. Like, I don't think Joe Rogan's the funniest guy. He's funny. I don't think he's like the funniest person, you know, but he does stand-up comedy. You know, how did he do it? I'm not sure, but he is funny. But I wouldn't like, you know, you watch his podcast, it's not just like whipping jokes left and right, you know. Anyways, as you can see, I got triggered by that comment. It's fine. I'm a loser. I'm just gonna give up. Just go wait tables and, you know, fucking eat shit. Just give up on life due to one comment. It's classic. Anyways, Alberto, can you hear me, brother?
What's up, man?
All right, dude.
Yo.
Alberto's always supporting the channel. Where are you? How old are you, and where are you hailing from, my man?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm 26.
Oh, Chi-Town. All right. Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Man, I love your videos, man. I straight up like the first one I watched was like about the car payments, and then the other one. But yeah, I didn't know that you skated. I mean, that's really awesome.
Hey, you know what? I'm really glad you're enjoying the goods, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's awesome, man. What was I gonna say? So Chicago, man, how's the Windy City doing? The Windy City Bandit over here. What are you doing for work, if you don't mind me asking?
I work remote at the moment, so I do customer service and stuff like that, and then I do DJing on the side and stuff like that. So I mean, Windy City is like, you know, it's Chicago, man. It's the city. It's cold. You know, we're at that
It's
time of the year.
expensive as shit there too, huh?
Yeah, it is. It depends where you live. If you live like out in like Gold Coast, or you live like in River North, and like it's really expensive there, then yeah, it's. I knew some people that lived out there.
Yeah, because my homie was gonna move there, and I told him he was stupid if he did that. Just because of like where we're at, we're already established, and we're from Florida. I'm like, dude, you know how cold it
Yeah.
is there, dude. Like,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not hating on Chicago, but it's
It's
like
all right. You can hate on us. It's fine.
one, it's already hard enough. Okay,
Yep.
let's take this into perspective. Let's do all this hard shit we all have to do, and now let's fucking add the snow into the mix.
Oh yeah.
You know, now you're doing it while you're cold.
You guys have
Perfect.
an advantage. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people from Illinois that's like moving to Florida or like Tennessee and stuff like that, all the other places and such.
Oh yeah, Tennessee's getting hit. I was
Yeah,
just
dude.
there. They're getting hit.
I actually
Uh,
want to move there.
it's really nice. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna front.
Nashville is awesome.
Yeah, I was in Knoxville, and I was like, man, really, really nice, man. Um, I was sold. I was like, but I do love Florida, honestly, because I want to really get into stand up. And not that I've already been into stand up, but hold on. She goes, I can't tell the difference between Joe Rogan and Dana White physically. They total. Oh, okay. No, I thought she was going to say something different. I didn't mean to say Joe Rogan's not funny. I just don't think he's not like the naturally as funniest dude. Like people could do stand up comedy and not be really funny off stage, but they have the discipline to go like they go do it. Like, can you like anybody could be funny, but can you do it next Friday at 8 p.m.? That's the difference. So I'm not trying to hate on Joe Rogan. Like, I'm actually trying to go to his comedy club that he opened in Austin. And I'm trying to fucking get up there. So he's putting on a bunch of young talent. I mean, I'm gonna make it with or without doing that shit, but that's what I want to do. But I
I'll be
have
there
thought
at your show,
about,
man.
yeah, I've really been thinking about it, man. I'm making a game plan. Because trying to do comedy where I'm at, like go do stand up, you guys won't even. Last week, I already told you about the story about the dude who, if you guys weren't here for it, basically, I reached out to this comedian who gave me a flyer once for open mic night. He bombarded me with a flyer. I hit this fucking guy up about the flyer, and I said, I want to do a set. Homie leaves me on red. Guy had like 10 likes on his last post. Not that has anything to do with, I'm just saying, I know your DMs aren't filled, and it literally says you fucking read it. You give me a flyer, I hit you up about said flyer, and then you leave me on red. I was like, perfect. That's beautiful. So then I hit up this other people who are throwing the show that he's part of, and this bitch leaves me on red. And I'm like, what's going on? I hit this. So check this out. So the show is on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. So I hit the chick up and I go, hey, I'd like to be on the list for Thursday night. I hit her up like a week early, right? Because I want to like put it out on my social. This bitch hits me up. Hold on, man. This really revved me the wrong way. She hits me up on Thursday, leaves me on red all week, hits me up Thursday night at 6:15 p.m. An hour and 45 minutes before the show, and goes, you're on the list. I literally replied with an LOL. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's,
It's no time to prepare too. That's like,
I'm like, I'm like, what do you think? I'm just sitting around hoping to get a call to perform at the taco place for my big break? Like, why didn't you let me know? Anyways, man, I'm looking at just sucking it up and going to Austin, and at least like once a month, just fly out there and fucking go do stand up there, because they got a bunch of shit going. It's like that's like the stand up capital right now.
there's a lot of like stand-up clubs around here. I saw Jeffrey Ross not too long ago, and then
Is
what was I gonna say? If Robert Hines is pretty funny. Do you know who that is?
Robert Hines. I'd have to see him.
That's
There's
the
so
guy
many
who did
people.
the Jones barbecue and foot massage. Remember that commercial? It was like a joke.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's him. Yeah, he's a comedian too. It's hilarious. But no, he was really funny. But I mean, there's a lot of like local bars that do like stand up for like the locals and such.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I hit up another fucking dude. Oh, okay, okay. So my boy Taco, who's like my best friend, we're getting a laugh out of all these like me literally failing to get open mics at like a taco place. You know what I mean? So Taco hits up this chick who's in the stand-up scene here, who's throwing all these shows. He just hits her up because he knows her. And so she's even short with him. She's even like real short with him. And he's like, yo, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, where are these shows at? Like, I'm trying to perform. So the chick sends him this link. Get this shit. They got a big open mic going down at the Best Western fucking hotel. I was like, dude, I just don't think it's gonna work out in this area for this fucking genre, this medium, man. No, I'm not about to go. I'm not about to go do comedy at a Best Western. I'm just not doing it. I'll do it at a taco place, but I'm not doing it at a fucking Best Western. Like, who's going to that?
What about a
I want to
retirement
know.
home?
I want to know. Yeah, at least I know there's going to be a crowd there. You know, they're stuck there. You know, at least I know they're going to be stuck there and they're going to
You
have
gotta
to
start
listen.
out somewhere, you know.
Yeah, and the link's in the chat, Shape. I just dropped it in there, bro. Um, yeah. Anyways, man, it's kind of funny because I really want to start getting my chops up because I've probably done stand up probably I'd say 50 to 70 times in my life,
I
but
couldn't do it.
but it's not, but I have to. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Sell out, like go sell tickets, and I haven't even been doing this shit. I gotta kind of go get my chops up and just get comfortable on stage. That's really
It took me a
kind
while.
of
It's myself like to get comfortable because like I DJ'd a couple times and then it was like at first I was pretty nervous because like there's people like in front of me and I'm just trying to do my thing. But yeah, I kind of got over my stage fright.
yeah. Well, my cousin did a lot of DJ stuff. He said the same thing, but he said after about 3 of them, because I've done enough stand up to where it's like it's not that it's not like I'm scared of it. It's just it's like me doing the video stuff, right? After I did a couple hundred of them, all of a sudden you get really comfortable with the camera. It's pretty simple, but like the stage is the same thing. So the more you go on there, you get comfortable with the audience, the silence. It's not intimidating. Because I've done it enough to where it's cool, but once you don't go do it for a whole year, by the time that's up, it's like, well, here we go. I'm starting from scratch again. And yeah, that's kind of how it is. This guy's talking about Kill Tony. So if you guys don't know what Kill Tony is, this guy is putting on. That's also part of my mission. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start vlogging this shit. Maybe not for the main channel, but like I'm not gonna just make this my new content. Like I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but I think I'm gonna start vlogging the process because it's actually ridiculous how much hoops you have to go through just to go tell jokes on a stage. It's kind of crazy. Like it's pretty intense. But this show called Kill Tony, they do it. I think they do it at the Comedy Mothership, which is Joe Rogan's club. But they do a live stream every week, and they do this huge fucking live stream. And each video gets like 1 million views. Like he's putting some young people on. He's really putting people on this Kill Tony guy, right? And so basically, what they do is they have the show going on where they have like a surprise guest, like Theo Vaughn or Joe Rogan, and they'll be sitting up at the top of the stage, and they'll bring on open micers or other comedians that to give them a chance, but they'll pick a name out of a hat. So you don't know if you're going to get picked. Like there's some people going to 12 of these shows just to get picked one time, but they give them 1 minute and then they either fucking do good or they bomb. But either way, they do a little interview on stage between this dude, Tony, and whoever the special guests are. Yeah, so basically my game plan is I'm like, fuck it. Once I'm full time with YouTube and making the internet money, thank you to everybody in the Patreon helping that be possible. All of you that watch, it really is allowing me to like move into a place where I'm going to be able to go really do some shit. So basically my game plan is I'm gonna just end up going to Austin, Texas, like
There
at
you
least
go.
once a month, and pull up. I'm gonna figure out all the nights of the week that shit's going down, and I'm just gonna keep showing up. And I'm gonna try and get on that fucking Kill Tony joint. And if I get up there, I will kill that guy.
Pull
He's
up in the
fucking
caddy.
dead. Yeah. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Love watching old Carlin on YouTube. It's aged well. Need a 2024 AI update version of him. Yeah. I was actually Shape. Welcome. For everybody that's new here, Shape does a bunch of red pill kind of content on his channel. But yeah, I was actually just telling Shape about, we were talking about some stand-up shit earlier. And we were actually talking about Eddie Murphy Raw. What are you watching? The Sam Kinison documentary?
Perfect, bro.
So, yeah, so anybody wants a
Oh.
real good documentary, if you go on Tubi, it's free. It's a Sam Kinison documentary. And there's about 4 or 5 of them, but shit, which one did I send you, Shape? This was a real good
Why
watch.
do we
I
laugh?
don't wait, it says Why Do We Laugh?
Why do we laugh? Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Kinison, Why Do We Laugh on Tubi. You don't need to even like comedy. It's just a good fucking documentary, and the dude's hilarious.
Cat Williams is also funny. He's
Yeah,
like,
Cat Williams is great.
love him.
But we were talking about this earlier, and it's just crazy. What's my act about? So basically, I like to have substance. So basically, it's like I do stories, and then I also do jokey jokes, like in between or through the stories. I like to have a little bit of substance. Like substance meaning like how I said the stupid joke earlier about I hope the white, he got down on both knees to propose to his wife to represent all the time she got on her knees for him. Haha. That's just a jokey joke. But if it's like you're telling a story about something serious that's happening, or when I make a bit about my uncle being my aunt or some shit like that, where it's like kind of something serious that's actually happening in the world and you're making light of it, that's more what I like. I like more, it's serious, funny. Like Dave Chappelle, like he doesn't just go on stage and just make up bullshit out of his ass. Sometimes he does, but for the most part, he's saying something worthwhile that you could kind of, make you think and laugh at the same time. So anyway, Shape, how you doing, brother? You're in Jersey. How's life right now for you, my man?
It is cold as fuck up here, bro. You're lucky to be in the South.
Yeah, what's the temp right now? Because I know me and my boy Chad here are fucking triple chilling, man. We in it's 80s, baby.
Yeah, it feels like we got the fucking AC on, man. It's 40 degrees out here.
Yeah, same here. I'm in Illinois.
Ooh, I wouldn't want that kind of cold. It ain't 40 in Illinois, bro. It's probably like 20.
Check my
Yeah,
local area.
80s.
Yeah, 40 be warm.
Yeah, it's warm. It was actually
be
hot
warm
as
on me.
shit yesterday at this wedding I was at. I was like, man, this outdoor show was a bad idea. Hey, you know what? You got to save that money though, so I get it.
Today was like 59, and then lowest 41.
And Illinois?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys got better weather than we do. Well, we're by the Atlantic, so we probably get some of that fucking breeze from that cold ass ocean.
I agree.
Same here. It's like well, our weather is like really bipolar. Like one day it could be raining, one day it could be like really nice, snowing.
Hold on. This dude, are you on OBS Studios, bro? My man is talking to us from OBS Studios.
Yeah, I would use OBS if I didn't have.
I don't know. This is my first time doing it. I don't
If
know
it
how
wasn't
to.
BS.
Yeah, I don't know how.
All right. So, anyways,
I just plug
where
my
we
mic
at?
in, that's it.
Yeah, this chick goes, I hope you dig deep into substance like Hicks, Carlin, and Stanhope. Yeah, Doug Stanhope, that guy, he has a fucking hell of a book. It's called This Is Not Fame. If you listen to the audio book on that shit, that is a good listen. Anybody likes audio books, or if you want to read, go ahead and read it. But I like the audio book because it's told by him and a couple of his friends. But it is like, it is clutch. It is a good book because that guy, that dude, he is talk about a ride to become successful at stand-up comedy or in anything really. Ray says observational comedy is my preference. Yeah, observational comedy. It's still most of observational comedy still has substance to it. It's about something that's not just you're not just making some shit up out of thin air. So Yeah, I agree with that. I like observational stuff too. That's kind of something we got to make fun of something. You know,
We need a new good comedy like series going. I feel like nothing's going
well,
right now.
I don't know if how long you've been watching Shape, but we were actually just talking about how I asked the chat how many people actually watch TV anymore or movies, and everyone's like, "Fucking kind of don't." You know?
Yeah,
YouTube
not
is
really.
winning.
No, we just it is. It fucking is. Like real life is much better. You
What up,
know.
Yanina?
Oh, Yanina's in here. Where is
Yeah,
she
shout
at?
out to you, Nina.
Sorry, it's hard. I'm gonna actually now that the lives have been getting really good. I'm trying to keep them entertaining for you guys. I know sometimes shit gets a little. I'm still working on it. You know, it took me a lot of videos to figure out the way I make videos now. So it's gonna. I appreciate you guys being here, working with me through the kinks on the lives, and I will figure them out as we go. So we will get there. But I was thinking because it's hard for me to keep up with the chat, and it's so I was thinking about having somebody on Sundays sit here with me, and they just are in charge of the chat and kind
You
of.
want me to be in charge of the chat?
Well, I mean,
You want
Shape, you don't even live here, bro.
I know, okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, it would have to be the real deal.
Someone
It'd
that
have
could
to be
actually
like
touch someone
you'd have
actually
to be
to manipulate
right
it?
here. Yeah, like when I
Okay,
want
okay.
to refill on my beverage, you'll get your ass up. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you want to?
Uh,
He wants
no,
an
I'm just
intern.
joking. Oh yeah.
He's like, go to the Bronx for cheesecake for
And
me.
you ain't getting paid nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not heartless like that.
CDK in Nova Scotia. Whoa, you got some cold people up there, bro. Canada.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
fucking Canada's
Free
rough,
Tory
bro.
Lanez.
All right, what do we got
Trailer
in here?
Park Boys is was like in Nova Scotia. I love that series.
Yo,
All right, so
Canada's a place where
let's get somewhere. Let's go ahead and say your Canada thing.
yeah, Canada has a place where you got to keep like Jordan Peterson talked about how and where he was from is so cold they had to like keep a warmer on the car battery so it wouldn't fucking die out and shit in the freaking freezing cold.
All right, let's get somewhere here. All right, here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we get more rain than Seattle. They have 9 months of drizzle. All right, well that sucks. Actually, I like a good rain day though. I do. I can appreciate that because it does rain a lot in Florida. But anyways, where were we going with this?
Yeah, I was in Florida like a year ago. I was in Tampa.
Oh yeah, how'd you like it?
It was pretty sick. I mean, weather was really nice.
What time of year did you come?
Like springish.
Oh yeah, if you guys ever want to visit Florida, just come between January and April. That's the golden.
Even now, it's nice.
All right, William Bruce Sanders, my boy. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat here, William, and you just click the link, and then it should be pretty simple.
Yo, did anyone see the fight between Zerka and HS Tiki?
Yeah, I saw that. Oh my god, he got demolished, dude.
Bro, I'm gonna start pulling shirts over heads when I fight these days.
He got demolished, dude. That guy
was a good move for a big guy. Fucking pull his shirt over his head.
Yeah, he got demolished by a guy half his size. He got demolished.
That was great. You just you can't let them grab by the feet.
Wait. So basically for people, let's paint some context here because you're just saying some words that most people probably don't even know. So these two YouTuber guys who I don't even fucking know who they are.
Because Jack Morgan's so famous now, he doesn't know who the regular TikTokers are.
It's just impossible to know all these people. So basically these two cats get in a fight, two YouTubers get in a fight. And in my opinion, it looked like I couldn't tell who really won. I was like, it looked like the taller dude got some licks in, and then all of a sudden the shorter guy had him on the floor.
He came with boxing gloves too, and he got smoked.
Bro, wait, who came with boxing gloves?
Zerka.
They weren't gloves. He had the boxing like biker grip.
Hey, Will, you're gonna have to turn off if you have an external monitor. I have you on mute right now. You're gonna have to turn off. If you have the YouTube channel running on a different area,
cut it.
You just put it on mute.
The YouTube channel running.
Yeah, you gotta
you gotta shut off whatever that monitor is. It's not.
So if you got like another web page open, just cut it.
Yeah. If you got another web page open, just cut that off, and then you'll be in here.
Only use the stream. Only use the stream.
Yeah.
HS Taki's on his way up though, man.
I can't. I can only see myself. Let me see what the fuck's going on.
All right, yeah. See if you could see if you could go, and if you have YouTube still playing outside of you being on the stream, go ahead and go mute that.
Yeah.
Zerko's just like he's so too much. Like he's hella extra. Like that guy is
Actually, I did watch some of his stuff because
He's
Shape
funny.
had sent me. So this guy is like a red pill Andrew Tate guy,
yeah, he's
right?
crazy.
Who we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And he's just extra typical, like, he's just
Canadian
saying some wild shit.
That's true.
And it's basically like a dialed down Andrew Tate. And I was like, I get it. All right.
He was on he was on Fresh and Fit podcast a couple of times.
Oh
and,
shit. I got a good one about Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna let you finish though.
So he was on Fresh and Fit a couple of times, and he was always very like extra. Like he made these one twins like leave the show. He made one cry because one of them left like a 3-year engagement because like he was just straight up like roasting her and just going at her, taking shots.
He's
But
funny as fuck, bro. Like he's quick on his feet when it comes, not fighting wise, but he's quick on his feet when it comes to rebuttals.
yeah, that's right. But I mean, like
Yeah.
sometimes he's just like I just watch like the Fresh and Fit and all that stuff like for entertainment.
Yeah, of course.
Like-
It's entertaining.
Also, take it with a grain of salt too. Like when you watch their stuff, just like
Oh yeah, dude. There are a couple, like in my opinion, it's like a couple of fucking
Geeks. They're game
a
geeks.
couple of kooks who just made it big. And they make entertaining stuff.
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna take that away from them,
But some of
I've-
the stuff is true though. Like
Yeah,
like,
of course.
he brings on like him and whatever podcast they bring on like these chicks that like are like are filled with red flags, and it kind of opens your eyes up onto watch out for in the dating game too.
Absolutely, man.
problem with them,
I'm not saying their stuff's pointless at all. I'm not saying that.
The problem with them though is you can't behave like them and get girls. See, Fresh and Fit could get away with like just disrespecting women like that because they got the platform, they got the reach, they're millionaires. But if you try that shit in your own life, you're not gonna get no puss.
Well, let me real quick about the Fresh Fit. So I did one video on those dudes when they got demonetized, right? So recently I got a message on YouTube, and I don't know if they personally did it or their
Yes,
team. They got 20 people fucking working for them.
Really?
But they came after the video and they made it so that I can't be monetized on their video. And it said in the comment, I'm gonna read this. Hold on, get ready for this.
He almost
they
got copyright strike though.
Yeah, they didn't copyright strike me though, because they learned their lesson on that shit. Because I did that to a bunch of YouTubers. Basically, if you get a copyright strike, they could basically delete your channel, which is kind of fucked. But
To get 3 of them.
so he goes, so this is what it says. Fresh and Fit, it goes, your video cannot be monetized because you used Fresh and Fit's content. Because this is not a copyright strike, but you cannot make money, be monetized. But then it goes, we do not want to submit our footage to a low earner. Yeah. So basically, in other words, if my channel had like 100K subs or something like that, I'm sure they wouldn't even have an issue with that. But the fact that I'm a low earner, which let's fucking be real, most people don't make 100 grand a year. Most people don't drive Ferraris. Most people don't drive Porsches. So basically, that's kind of like, it gives you an insight on kind of how, because they always claim on helping people. You know what I mean? Like I'm about to give half of the money, Shape. I don't know if you know this. I'm going to give half of the money donated on the stream tonight to some stranger who watches the show, because him and his wife both lost their jobs and they're on the brink, and they didn't ask for it. I was hoping next time he called in, things would have gotten better, but it's actually gotten worse for them. So that's how I roll. Somebody wanted to make a video talking shit on me. Cool. Like, make your money, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if I was that popular to where somebody's going to make money, it's like, all right, yeah, make your money. I don't care.
Yo, Jack is like
better
underplaying
be
the fact
good.
that he's going to be a millionaire on YouTube. It's cool. I taught them. He's one of my best friends, but Jack underplays the millionaire. Bro, you got the
But
$1 million skill, bro.
I'm not in it for the money though. It's a little bit about the money. I'm just kidding. But it's not all about the money for me though. It's not. It's never has been.
Says
If it
the
was
guy
all
that's
about
gonna be rich.
if it was all about the money for me, I would have been selling insurance or some shit. I would have
No,
already
I'm with you
been
on that.
doing that.
You want to do something you like. I get that. But
Mm,
anyone in
makes-
your shoes knows that you're gonna fucking hit YouTube stardom. So
He goes, I've been following Fresh and Fit for 3 years. They were in this for the money only. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And you know what? Get your bread. I always say that. Get your fucking money. I don't like, of course. You know,
I disagree with that. I don't think they're in it for just the money. But I think, listen, look, you want to keep. Let's tell you the truth, man. As YouTubers, I get paid on YouTube. Jack gets paid on YouTube. Fresh and Fit get paid on YouTube. Bro, YouTube money is some serious money. If you turn a blind eye to it, you're fucking dumb. You're dumb.
well,
No.
let's, if some people just don't know that you can make a lot of money on this. But like I said, I'm more just like I've always wanted to work with people and not for people. So basically, I'm down to work with a bunch of people and do what I got to do to make a living for myself. But that's all I really want to do is be able to make a living, being able to make people laugh and talk shit, really.
Yeah, and you're fucking talented, bro. You're one of the best new people. When I discovered this dude, I'm like, I'm gonna hit him up, and I had no idea we're gonna become good ass friends. Because he's just the most eternal humble person in the world. Everyone's his friend. Let's all go sleep at fucking Jack's house. You know what I'm saying? You could take a couch. I'll
You can
sleep
keep
on
your
the
shoes
fucking
on.
stairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, look, all I know is I appreciate that. I don't think I'm like the best or anything. Like
Skater
I'm
bros
just
for
a
life, man.
exactly, and I'm
What'd
just
he
a
say?
fucking he said skater bros for life.
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking regular dude who happens to be funny.
And knows how to do kick flips, which are
And
fucking hard as shit.
I'm more of a switch heel flip kind of guy myself, but I can kick flip though. Yeah.
Nollie
I
kick
played
was my
that
man.
video game so hard and just dreamed of just doing a fucking ollie and never was able to do that. This motherfucker drops a video of doing like spins and shit and
Yeah.
all the stuff you would do on the game playing. He knows how to do in real life. It's fucking.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
dude,
was
you're
that was
pure
a sick
talent, bro.
video on Ride
Yeah,
Channel.
bro. Like
that was a
you
sick
the
video.
skate video I
all our
dropped.
childhood dreams,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks,
our
man. I
childhood dreams.
appreciate it. Hey, you know what? It's fucking crazy, man. Skateboarding, I've said this before. I've always gone after crazy shit, It's like, what do you want to do for a living? I want to be a pro skater.
My
Yeah.
thing was like,
It's like, what do you want to do for a living? I want to do stand-up comedy.
Jack Morgan, the dreamer. He
Yeah,
dreams.
I'm a fucking
But you
definition
literally
of a dreamer.
succeeded at all your goals. You want to be a skateboarder. You fucking did that well. You didn't become rich, but you fucking got far enough.
Shape, real quick. This is perfect. I want you to read what Ray just said here. This is exactly what I've tell everybody who's ever trying to do any YouTube shit. This is exactly what I tell them. If it's for the money, it will be inauthentic. Authenticity is now what sells on YouTube. Yep. I didn't say it exactly that perfectly, but I have been saying, like, if you just be honest with people and fucking open up a little bit, I'm not saying cry on camera, but if you just are real and you just say exactly how you're fucking feeling, don't hide nothing. I'm doing this. I'm eating shit. I'm doing good, whatever it is. I tell you guys, I wait fucking tables. It's my other job. I wear an apron. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to fucking say some shit I'm not doing, Like, why would I do that? I mean, I know why I would do that. I know why I would keep a lot of things from you guys, I guess. But, yeah, I think I agree with Scott completely here. Or wait, whoever said that. Ray. I agree with Ray completely. Jack, I'm just cruising over right now. Let's switch heel the local 5-star together. I'd love to do that.
Is there any like skate parks around you, like any gnarly ones?
Oh yeah. There's a few. Miami's got like one of the world's most famous skate parks called Lot 11. Like you could go there and you will see, bro, Lil Wayne be there. I mean, you just type in Lot 11.
You ever seen Lil Wayne on a skate park?
Actually, it was hilarious because what's up, Wowzers? I'm glad you like the channel, man. It was funny because I was skating this street spot, right? It's about 3 years ago. I actually have a bunch of footy from 3 years ago, a bunch of skateboarding video footage, but this guy's got it all. He wants to drop a full-length video, which no one's gonna fucking watch. But he's got like about a minute or so of me doing, some really good stuff. And I was like 30, 31 at the time. and I was going skating every Sunday with them. So I accumulated a bunch of footage. So whenever that does drop, I'll make sure to share it with you guys. And I haven't even seen it in so long that I like forget what I even did. But I know I did some good shit.
But did you meet Lil Wayne?
Oh yeah, the funny part. My bad. Spacing out. Woo! And so I'm skating this spot, right? And the security guard was really dope. There's this one local spot in Miami where they got the security guard who was super cool. He just let you skate. He come out there, talk shit with you. And so we get there one day, and the guy goes, we think he's going to kick us out. And we realize who it is. It was the guy who lets us skate. And he's like, guys, come here. And we come down and we look down. He's like, bro, he goes, I just had to kick out Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne's like skating down the way. We didn't chase him or nothing like that, but he was really there. He's like, I let him skate where usually he wouldn't let anybody skate inside this parking garage because it had like these natural made like ramps inside. And but he would let you skate outside at the main attraction. But he said, man, I had to let Lil Wayne skate, dude. I almost lost my job. And I'm like, dude, you're always letting people skate out here. He's like, yeah. He's like, inside's a different story. He's like, outside, I'm not gonna lose my job over it.
So Lil Wayne was by himself?
No, there was some cats with him. He wasn't just like rolling up by himself, like, don't cheat, you know. He wasn't. No, it wasn't. He had some big motherfuckers on some scooters next to him. That's for sure. Yeah. This guy goes, by June you will be at 100K, Jack. Oh,
I skated with Neen Williams, like he was on Death Wish.
Yeah, Neen Williams is a huge skateboarder.
Wilson Park.
This is going to be a joke that nobody's going to understand except for you, Alberto. But he's got a Neen heel flip.
Yeah, he does, dude. Him and also like Antoine Dixon, like they have like the best like nollie kicks, you know.
Everybody in here is like, what are they fucking talking about? Talking about kick flips. No, I actually just watched. I was watching a documentary today. Just in the car while I was driving around. It's more just listening. But they did a documentary on the Tony Hawk video game. And so all these big skaters are in it. But it was crazy that video game really made skateboarding like fucking huge, man.
It's funny
like,
how
made
like
it big.
It's funny how some Tony Hawk makes like a post on tweet that no one recognizes him, and they're just like, when he tells them that he's Tony Hawk, he's like, what? Like the skateboarder? And he's like, yeah, I'm the guy.
That's fucking awesome. I think Lil Wayne owns a skate park here in New Orleans. Yeah, if he doesn't, he should. It's Dude Combo. Yes, it is. All right, let's get over here. What's going on, brother? How you doing, my man?
Hanging out. Nice show.
Hey, yeah, so what's your name? Where are you hailing from?
He's muted.
Yeah. I'm Galerios. I'm in LA right now. I make video games.
You make video games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you make Jack a video game?
Hold on. Shape, chill. Let me do my interrogation here.
Are you working on GTA 6?
I got no. I got like feedback. How do I get rid of
that? You need to shut off. If you have feedback, you need to shut off the stream or mute the actual stream.
There you go. Awesome. Good stuff. Cool.
All right. Yeah. Let me know what. Did you do that yet? You good?
Good.
Okay. So, all right. So you make video games. Any video games we might know of?
The last couple I worked on was for Activision. So yeah, I worked on a couple Call of Duty games, but before that, a bunch of like, Facebook games or whatever. I did my very first game was an RTS game that was pretty big, but.
Okay, well that's sick, man. How long you been working on games?
17 years, almost. Yeah.
Oh, so you came in, so you've been at the whole fucking progression of this thing because it's come so far.
Yeah, like in the early 2000s, there were no like video game like classes. Like I actually went to acting school, and my acting teacher, and between like my scene studies, I was making video games, and she's like, "That's really risky," and I was like, "Okay," my acting teacher's telling me this is risky. I got to go do it.
Yeah.
But now it's like this program. Yeah.
So, okay. So you've been doing this 17 years and you could be modest. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. But what's that video game money like?
my first job was 25,000 a year.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not, and it's gotten better and better. Once you get out of like hourly and you're into salary and you're in like that mid-level kind of grind, it's okay. But then if you add some kids on top of that, then you're back to like, okay, I'm struggling again, you know? So yeah, it's there's some real big winners, and everyone else is just kind of like keeping the dream alive, you know? So.
Yeah, because this guy, tell me if this is true. Dogtown. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the question I was looking for. The chat moves so fast sometimes.
Grandma's Boy. This reminds me of like that movie Grandma's Boy. The guy was a tester.
Yeah. I love that. Anybody who hasn't seen Grandma's Boy,
I love
go
it.
ahead. You're gonna have a really good laugh at that movie. But this one right here, tell me if this is true. This one's from Grasshopper Moose here. He goes, "Video games are dying, man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, as a medium, like.
What do you think about the video? Like, give us some insider video game scoop on what's going on in the back end, business wise, if you don't mind. I'm interested.
I don't know if I could like have any like scoop or anything, but I could tell you kind of how the milieu has developed. Like when you first started like in the 80s and stuff, like when I was a kid, like video games were just something that like nobody did, and it was very like, there was like an 80s crash because everyone was making everything, but
yeah.
It wasn't accessible. It's like it wasn't real. And then, in the early aughts, like it was real. It was a career, but no one thought about it. Hollywood was still making more money than the whole industry. Now the whole industry for video games makes more than like countries, right?
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
So like the development of that, it's like you take like craftsmen and just like, people who this is their thing. So you have craftsmen and people who were kind of out there making something that no one's really ever thought of before, and then it starts making money and more money and more money, and then the different personalities come in like, okay, well, we're going to polish it, we're going to produce it, we're going to create these pipelines, which is great for efficiency, but the creativity aspect starts to go down because you need everything to be safe to support. Like if you have a game that has like 10,000 people working on it, you can't take the chances that like a little studio can, right?
Because that makes a lot of sense. Like how many people you think, because I'm sure everybody in here has played Grand Theft Auto sometimes. How many people you think it takes to work on something like Grand Theft Auto?
That's a lot of people. It's a couple thousand people, probably.
Couple thousand?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people doing stuff like that you don't think about. Like there's making the product and there's selling the product. There's getting investment for the product. There's like people who have to have like their whole job is like relationships with outlets. Like I actually make the thing. I make the shoes, right? Like, but
yeah.
How many people are making the shoes?
200, 150.
Okay, so you could do it with less than 500 people make a game.
Yeah, but I had a small studio a couple years ago, and I had like a team of 12 people, and it's $100,000. I made a mobile game, but I didn't put anything into advertisement, so of course it wasn't successful.
Actually,
so, like, yeah.
Wait, you just lost $100,000?
Over time it'll come back,
No, it's
Oh my god.
He's looking at it like that. Like I see where you're looking at it from, because if I were to look at everything I've done in my life when it comes to like putting out videos and doing and like buying the computer, the camera I'm using, I've had over 14 different cameras since I'm 13. I've had I think five computers,
right?
6 computers now. I've had, this is probably like my 3rd set of lights here. I've done a lot of shit where I've spent a lot of money, but every single time it was like this learning lesson where every time I came back to it or I started again, it's like, so now when you guys look at me now and I'm running on 720p right now because I didn't pay for this fucking program yet. It's not even 1080, but like when you look at my videos now compared to what I did 10 years ago, it's like night and day difference because I had to learn all these times around. Not to mention you can just use your phone now and look crispy as shit. But so I kind of get where you're coming from, because you like making a game, because I feel like, in my opinion, on video games, I think a lot of people are moving to the mobile, like you said, because there's this skateboarding game that I think is hands down I don't play video games, but I play a video game, and it's this game right fucking here
on your phone.
called True Skate. Hold on, I'm gonna let this focus.
Yeah.
So this bitch, bro, you control this thing. Anything with like a fingerboard. If anybody's ever played with a little fingerboard,
fingerboards that's the only thing I can do.
Hell
This shit right here, True Skate, probably the best skateboard game, hands down. It's a little hard to learn at first, but once you get it down, it is like
fun.
Dude, it's addicting. It's like I don't play it as often. I only play it like downtime. I'm stuck somewhere. Like when I was at the DMV recently, I played it the whole hour I was there. You know, like I really don't play it like too much, maybe twice a week. But man, I will get into that fucking thing, and you could skate any skate spot. It's like GTA, right? Where it's like you're in LA, you're like seeing all these things, you know. It's like that, but with a skateboard. So it's like, dude, I'm in Berlin. I'm in Spain right now, skating in Spain, and it's actually this architecture.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the real map of these famous places. And I think video games, in my opinion, because my friend just bought a PS5, and we were playing it. It was cool.
You never played the Skate series or anything like that?
Yeah, I have, but I'm telling you, this True Skate, bro, way better than the Skate. Yeah, free. It's way better than Skate. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, I really mean it. It's so intuitive. It's so like you're in it.
But is it better than Super Smash Brothers?
Oh, all day. Maybe not as classic, but to me, because I'm a skateboarder, you know, it's like that's like some guy me going, it's better than football, and the guy's like, I love football. You know, like that's my favorite. It's not better than football. So it's subjective in that
I think
point.
Tony Hawk got boring after a while because you could just push a bunch of buttons. There was no real challenge to it.
Yes.
But when we had the fingerboards was hard. You had to have some skill to do tricks on fingerboards.
Oh, I actually, speaking of fingerboards, look at this. I got one right here. Look at that bitch. I'm not kidding. I'm good at this shit.
You can do tricks on them?
Yeah,
the hardest thing I felt was like flipping it over and like on the the grippy side.
I'm gonna do a little kickflip for you. Oh, okay. I can't do it right now. That's hard to do it. Balancing that shit up in the air. Anyways, we got a new cat in here. Fitness Dad Danny. What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you loud and well. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Where are you hailing from, brother?
I'm in Crown Heights, Brooklyn right now. That's where I live.
East Coast.
That's right.
No, you know what? Every time I hear Crown Heights, this is what I think of. There's a movie called The Other Guys, and if you haven't seen that movie, another fucking movie that they don't make them like they used to type of movie. So, but Michael Keaton plays like the head of the police force. And he had to pick up a second job down at a Bed Bath & Beyond to put his kid through school. So it's a comedy movie. But he's at the Bed Bath & Beyond, and he's like, all right, guys, big day today. He goes, we got a serial rapist down in Crown Heights. And he goes, oh, shit. He goes, my bad. Other job. And I always think of Crown Heights. I always just think of that joke. And then he goes, but seriously, though, if you live in Crown Heights, make sure you travel in Paris. But anyways, how's New York, man? What are you doing, if you don't mind? How old are you, and what are you doing for a living?
Sure. Well, things are okay right here in New York. I'm 42 years old. I've been in the US since 2000. So it's been over 20 years for me.
Okay, where are you originally from? I'm sorry.
I'm originally from Glasgow, Scotland.
Oh shit! Oh, Scotland, my boy.
Get out the bagpipes.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
John Rattray's from Jack. Remember that skater, John Rattray?
Yeah, is he from Scotland?
Yeah, from I think Edinburgh or something like that. Or
okay, all right. Well, anyways, my bad, Danny. So,
Edinburgh.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're fucking up your whole culture, man. My bad,
Sorry, bro.
We're ruining
No,
the
it's
entire
okay.
night.
Yeah, bro.
The truth is, honestly, that's where I'm from, but I'm actually the son of immigrants. So I have like
Where
different. My father is from France.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and then my mom she has like Irish and Jewish, and so I have 3 passports actually.
Damn.
You have 3 passports?
So what do you rep, man? Brooklyn, Scotland, or France?
this is where I live. So Brooklyn
depends.
is home.
It depends what part of the world he's in. He's always got something in his back pocket. You know what I mean? He's always so that's cool. You've been in the States for 20 years. Was it a big adjustment coming here? I mean, how old were you when you moved to the States?
I was 18, so I was very young.
Oh, but you were old enough though. It wasn't like you were like 10.
No, exactly. I came here as an adult, and
okay.
I came. The truth is, I came from a very broken family, and I was trying to get away from them. And I came over here very young, and you guys were talking about video games earlier. One of the first jobs I had was I was testing the Xbox Live Halo.
So you are grandma's boy.
Lucky fuck.
You're grandma's boy.
Am I grandma? I don't know about that.
No, I'm just saying though. Like, if anybody who's seen the movie Grandma's Boy, it's fucking phenomenal movie. And I never worked at a video game place in my life. I loved it. Okay, so I'm curious because we sometimes I feel like we shit a lot on the US, and I know things kind of suck, but at the same time, I also look at like you're like, I got to get away from this place. I'm going to America. So what do you think? For like an outside perspective, what do you like better about America versus Scotland? And then what do you like about Scotland more versus America? If that's not too much.
Sure. Well, you know what? It's a very good question you're asking me, because Scotland is going through a lot right now, because they're asking if they want to be independent and this kind of thing. Well, the thing that I realize about being in America is people, they do have a lot of freedom in the way that they think, and I love that about here. It's kind of like, I'm going to think the way I think, and I'll give you the middle finger if you don't like, but we could still talk about it. We can still exchange. And Scotland, you do. I went back there in 2018, and I could feel it, the weight of like the royal family and the people who rule, it's very strong over there. Whereas here, you don't, when I speak to people, I don't feel it. Like, people are more independent and their thinking. That's what I like about here.
That's cool, man. Cause I'm about to do a lot of traveling. So I'm like, really not like too much, but like every year I'm kind of going to go pick something. You know what I mean? Like next year I'm going to England. I'm doing a whole England thing. Right. And I have connections there. So I'm going to be able to stay for free at places. I'm not going to just like ball out at the fucking Ritz or some shit and like crash with the prince or anything like that. Not that I know him, but like I'm not going to ball out. And, but I'm curious to see the difference because, like my girlfriend's family's from England, or like her dad is. And, he obviously moved to America for a reason. He likes it here better. He's been here a long fucking time, and more than half his life he's been here. He's I think 71, 72, so a little older. But sometimes when I meet people from other countries and they start saying stuff like, or if they ever get political with me, because I don't really like talking politics, nor do I give a shit. But like I do give a shit to an extent. But like I'll get people who like start saying some shit they want to change about America that aren't from here. And I always got to remind them that I go, whoa, slow down a little bit. I go, that sounds like where you're from. And if you liked it so much, you would have just stayed there. No offense. But like, don't try and come. The reason why you liked it here, like let's always remember that. And I have to also remind myself that too, because sometimes we get talking about moving out of the country, doing all this shit, which I understand. Cost of living's fucking crazy. I get it. I talk about it all the time. And it is.
Right.
But at the same time, I think about this. I'm like, I'm about to go visit a lot of places in the next decade here, and I'm gonna really see what's actually up. Like, I'm gonna see for myself. Like, let me see how well do we really got it that well in America is kind of my point.
Gotta go to Dubai, bro. Dubai.
My parents came from Poland and stuff like that, so they immigrated to America like in the 90s, like when communism fell.
Wait, from Poland, you said?
Yeah, I'm Polish too.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and I also have a Polish passport too, so I can go there if I wanted to. but I'd rather be here, honestly.
Jane Dobry.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like my parents basically said that it's like, it's people don't know, people like Americans are kind of spoiled like with the amount of privileges we have, and a lot of opportunities.
Well, America's still. I'll tell you what though, man. America's great, but we ain't shit compared to fucking Dubai, bro.
This guy goes, I like Mexico. Your money goes further. Yeah, but like, what if you just make a Mexican money though? You know what I mean? Like, how far does that go? I get it if you're able to make American dollars, which that's kind of the funniest part when I think about moving out of the States. I'm like, all right, well, how do I keep making American dollars if I go, like
if you work remote, maybe.
Like if you're
okay, if you work remote in Southern California, there's a bunch of people who they just moved to Mexico and they just work remote and
wait. But do they? Here's what I'm trying to ask. So like, so if you move to another country, right, like full time, like you're not coming back. That's what I mean. Like, when does it become? Now you get this currency. Like, if that makes any sense.
Well, if you're a job, if you live overseas, if you're a job,
you got an American company, you get American wages.
Yeah.
You got a Mexican company, you get Mexican wages.
Yeah. So you keep your American company, you work remote. Your official address is like your mom or your dad's house in Southern California. You go get an apartment.
Oh, so you still have to lie a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing it, but there's a lot of people that are doing it. And if I was to think, how would I do it? That's probably how you do it. Or it could be more legit. Like, I lived in China for a while, and when I was living out there, I paid my taxes and everything, and everyone knew I was living in China, but I had a permanent address in America for important things, right? And,
okay, gotcha.
But I was working for an American company when I was or an international company when I was in China, so I got paid in American.
Yeah. It's like YouTube, We're YouTubers, so we're gonna get paid in dollar bills, y'all. Even if we go to Colombia.
Well, I mean, you also have to think about it like this. YouTube's like any other business, right? So that's why, and I appreciate everybody in the Patreon, all you guys that donate money. It means like the world to me, because I like also understand that in this game, you gotta get, YouTube money, phenomenal. Thank you, Google. Thank you, YouTube. If you're listening, which you probably are. But I also know that like you gotta get, like, I have to get to a point where I'm making money from all these other areas, because I know 2 different YouTubers who have been doing this for 10 years. And I never really talked to them about business. I probably should hit one of them up just because he's been doing it for 10 years. But I remember when I lived in Cali and he was living in Cali, and he went through YouTube went through a whole thing for like, it's called the adpocalypse, where basically everybody just stopped getting paid. So, I always like have to remind myself where it's like, I got to get to this point, but I also know that you got to have your hands in some other pockets outside of this, because you never know. You never fucking know. One day, like my job, it might not be there in 6 months. Like, I don't think it's going to be there in 6 months personally, but like YouTube's the same way. What if one day they just snap? You're making a small fraction of what you were making. So I always think about that.
Bro. Caligro, speak on it. You know the term FANG, right? Facebook. What's the A stand for?
No, I actually don't know that one. FANG.
It's acronym for Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. The FANG.
Oh, I can see what.
Yeah. So that big group right there, bro. YouTube, we're good because we're the G and the FANG, the Google side. In order for Facebook, so people predict that YouTubers are not going to make any money at some point because people are going to stop spending ad money on YouTube. But it doesn't seem like people are going to leave their phones and start going to some other medium to consume content. Doesn't seem like we're going in that direction.
Yeah. I don't even mean it like that. What I mean is like, you got to think of, like, that's how I think about it, because I'm in this ship for the long run, and not just with YouTube. So no matter what, however I had to do it, like making video games, right? With this gentleman here, like, I'm sure he's had to probably pivot in the video game sphere many times. Like, you've had to switch up your game plan every so many years, something goes and you're like, well, there's a whole new ball game here and fuck. So that's kind of how I look at YouTube, where I'm sure every single year or few years, like there's going to be some sort of a pivot. Something's going to fucking happen. And that's why, like, in my head, I'm like, all right, I need to be able to make money outside of YouTube. I need to be able to sell some shit. I also want to be able to do, to sell tickets to do stand up.
Right.
So that way, if shit happened, I have no problem making videos for you guys, because even if I don't make money directly off the videos, it's still a way to entertain you. And then you will support me in a different way, or I can make money in a different way if this shit hit the fan and all of a sudden, instead of making $5,000 a month, it's like, here's $1,000 for the same amount of, attention, if you would. Not that people aren't going to watch it. I just, like, you never know how pay is going to be skewed, because we were talking about the movie business earlier. I know a couple dudes in the Actors Guild award in the Actors Guild. And, for a regular commercial, my boy Aaron, I should actually get him on this one of these days. He's older, probably 50. But he used to do a lot of commercials, and he said he could make upwards of $80,000 to $100,000 off one commercial, being in one fucking commercial. He said now he's given up completely. That 80 grand for that one commercial, that same commercial, more about 3,000 to 5,000. Wow. And it's not sustainable. He sells cars now, and he's a cool dude, so people are going to want to buy a car from him.
Do you know why he makes 3,000 now?
Because that's what the business is like. The business has changed that much to where
because YouTube is the point I'm trying to say. All the media is left, like the commercial.
I know, but you have to think about it like this, real fast. Hold on. I'm not trying to make anybody scared who runs a YouTube channel. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is build the YouTube, but also we have to focus on other things that we could also make money from. Like the fact that people, thank you for the $5 from Tom here. Tom, you're the man. So this is my point. So the fact that people would be willing to donate me money, and I'm not fucking directly asking you for it, that's fucking awesome. But if it got to the point where YouTube itself wasn't paying me that great, but people still donating me money, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So like being able to expand on it to a point where if you're able to make $5,000 a month in donations and YouTube doesn't pay you a dime for ads, then I'm okay with that, because I'm still getting supported in some way. Because like Hollywood or like the TV business, people used to make criminal amounts of money. Criminal. Okay? Like insane. But the pay just ain't what it used to be no more, because there's so much of it. And yes, Shape, you're right. There's YouTube. But eventually,
I wanted to say something.
Oh no, I was just going to bounce.
Yeah, he's going to
leave.
You out of here?
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah, let's talk about some more music on the Instagram, Jack. I appreciate your advice a lot.
Of course, man. Of course, brother. Hit me up anytime. I know I've been on the DMs the past couple of days, been busy, but I'll see you, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I've been sending you some funny ones on Instagram.
No, I've got some shit from you guys. You guys always send me stuff on Insta. I love it. Anyway, Shape, what were you gonna say?
No, I mean, bro. I mean, I don't want to toot my bachelor's degree, but I did go to school for business. And you got to be able to see what's the changing thing in the market. Like I could have told anyone Blockbuster's going to go out of business. You know what I'm saying? Like it, but it's not because they sucked. It's because the medium was going to change. This VHS was only going to work for so long. And then when Netflix came around and started mailing DVDs to your house, people don't remember Netflix was
they used to mail DVDs. Yeah,
to your house, like physical. Yeah. But Netflix pivoted to what? Streaming. See, it's not that the business model is going to die. Is that the business is going to die if they don't evolve? YouTube, what is the next iteration of YouTube? It's not going to
YouTube Shorts really nowadays.
I think it's
like it's not going to be. What is going to be like? Our fucking microwave is going to play videos. Like we're the phone is going to look like this for a long time. Our phones are going to look like this for a long time, because
nowadays it's like
next iteration of what a phone's going to look like.
Nowadays it's all like
what phones are like.
All right, hold on.
Sorry, one at a time. No, so the last thing I was going to say, then you could go. All I was going to say is that I can tell you for a fact, anyone could bet me money on this. Phones are going to look like this for a long time. We just haven't figured out the next iteration that's going to be better than this just yet.
That's true. I get that. And but I also like you said, what's the next iteration? So basically, you got people watching long form content, right? That's what I like making long form. I should be making more short form, and I will once I'm put a AB. I'm gonna put out a fucking call for. I'm gonna hire somebody to do it. Might not make a shit ton of money at first, but you will in the long run. But like for instance, TikTok so huge, Instagram so huge, and that's what I mean by things being weird, because you can make money on those platforms, but there's so many more people putting out that short form content that it's hard for them to actually make money from it unless they're selling something. That's what I mean. So I kind of look at it like that for this too, where it's like, if shit were to, what are you willing to do to be in the game is all I'm saying. So it's kind of like, if I have to make money from 5 different areas to make it work, then that's what the fuck I'm going to do. Because if I were to just be making TikTok videos, like, good luck making a good living at that. Like, it's a finite amount of people making a good living off of fucking TikTok. All right. You don't get paid dick shit for that because it's oversaturated. How are they supposed to, you watch 30 seconds of somebody. How do you get a fucking ad for that? Yeah, it's really hard. So I didn't want to like knock on everything and say it like that, but
before
it is something
TikTok,
that
it was Vine and stuff like that,
Exactly. And Vine took the shit, but they all pivoted. Some went to YouTube, some went to Instagram. And it's just crazy to think that, like, Shape's got a point though. Like, this is where it's at, and it's probably going to be in this medium for, I'd say, a minimum another decade or two. It's going to be kind of like it's the new TV, and we're in the forefront of it. I guess it's been here a little while now, but it's really gotten started. It's
going to be forever, bro. Like,
yeah,
Google, YouTube.
Well, I mean, the rate
that be forever, bro.
Well, let's put it to you this way. Well, hold on. So the radio used to be king. TV came out. Radio died. Right? Radio's still there, but it kind of died. Now radio came kind of back because of podcasts. Okay. CDs used to be huge. Nobody's buying them anymore. I'm like the only person I know who watches DVDs. So we can't really say shit's going to be forever. Like, things are going to change, but I do agree with you.
What's going to take over streaming? I get the whole CD, VHR, VHS. What's going to replace streaming? Streaming data.
You know
what I'm saying?
Well, okay.
Certain milestones where it's just like,
okay. There's a clause. There's a clause in the record company business that says we have rights to this and any future entities that might not exist yet. You know why it says that? Because CDs used to not exist. So when a record label said, we own your cassettes and your 45-inch records, they never said CDs because it didn't exist. So they made a new clause that said to any future thing that doesn't exist yet. So basically, we don't know what the fuck's going to be going on. I don't know. I don't know how much more we can do besides.
To use their imagination. I mean, like, look, anyone could have told you that radio was going to be replaced by some visual kind of form. But, maybe people just thought that because something was the grandfather is going to stick around forever. All I'm just saying is, like, remember at one point phones were getting so small, the Razor, right? We got the so thin phones. Yeah. And an Apple came out with a bigger phone, and the iPhone's like this big. Now the iPhone's like this big, right? The iPhone used to be really tiny. Now
I have a 3.
Yeah, they used to be really small, but then someone could say, we reached a point where we kind of maxed it out. Like, this is kind of like fucking kitty. This is kind of like the perfect size for a phone at this point now. Anything bigger might be too big. Anything small might be too small. So certain things, I think we just, I'm agreeing with you. Things evolve. Yeah, absolutely. Things are evolving. But we got to admit, when we reach a point, like, who wants them? Someone said in the comments, the next phone's going to be a piece of paper. Who the fuck wants to make a phone call on a piece of paper?
I think it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna be like, hey, put a chip in your wrist and just be James Bond. Anyways, let me get to this guy, Steve, real quick. Thanks for the $20. Really appreciate you. Also, whatever you guys donate tonight, we're gonna hook up with this dude BK who's on hard times. We're gonna give him half of all that shit. Just so you know about that. Jack, longtime listener, love your stuff. Recently, I'm enjoying your comments just as much. Great group here. My folks are getting old. Request a few more videos about our aging parents. you might really help some people out. Yeah, I was actually going to do a follow-up one with my dad, my dad's situation. I didn't want to jinx it. I know it sounds fucked up, but I'm going through the government. So he's been in there a little over a month, but I was really going to wait until that 3-month mark, because that's when shit gets signed over to the state. And that's when it's like, all right, we're permanent. He is in this facility. But yeah, I do agree with you. I was going to make another one of those videos and use a bunch of your guys' comments from that video, because it seems like a lot more people than I would have thought are taking care of somebody with like Alzheimer's or dementia. It's a little bit sad, but unfortunately more and more people are getting it. And it's kind of fucking nuts. And thank you for that $20, man. I really appreciate you. I am going to hook up this dude BK with half of that.
Shout out BK.
We're going to be helping some people here. But yeah, I will make another video on that. Use a bunch of guys' comments, because it's pretty deep shit. You know, try and make it a little bit light. I'll make it a little lighter for you now. So you think a retirement community, old people, is going to be pretty peaceful? That's where my dad's at right now. But it turns out there's a lot more fights than you would imagine recently.
Yeah, I worked at a retirement home. I could confirm that. It's very like, there's a lot of nasty people there too, because there's a lot of like bitter families that'd be like, oh, I can't wait till this person dies so I can get their whatever, their life insurance or their property or whatever.
Wow.
Just like, I can't believe I heard this. Like, my
Dude,
God.
it's pretty criminal, man. And so basically I get a call from my nurse. And real quick, my dad's no saint. Before I get into the story, my dad's been talking shit a lot. You know, his name's Mark. I always say he's all Mark, no bite, because he's not gonna like do something, but he'll talk shit like he's gonna kick your ass, but he ain't gonna do nothing. And so he talks shit to the wrong guy finally. And I got a call at like 9 a.m, and it's one of the nurses down at his place, and she calls me. She goes, "Hey, he got in a fight with his roommate, and his roommate cracked him over the head with a cane, and they straight up split his wig, dude. He had to go to the hospital, get like 8 staples. This bitch was like this thick and like this long. And but what's crazy is these guys got dementia. So by the time I ask him about it, he don't even remember what the fuck happened. And then I remind him, I'm like, dude, the guy hit you over the head with the cane. And then my dad is so far gone. He's like, oh yeah, I killed him. I took him out. And I'm like, now I'm looking at the guy across the courtyard. I'm just like, all right, dude. But anyways, he probably does. I don't want to say sound mean, but my dad can be a real cocksucker, real asshole, man. And I'm not surprised. I knew it was a matter of time before somebody knocked him out.
I kind of felt bad for those like elderly people, because they're like, I met like this one elderly. She was like in her 90s, and she was British, but she was very sharp and stuff like that. And you know, she was in there because I just didn't want to be alone and couldn't like handle living by herself. So she needed like assistance with basic stuff, but she was very smart. She didn't have dementia or anything like that. Very healthy too. And you know, not too long ago.
It's crazy shit in those places, and it's pretty depressing.
They say no one has as much fucking raw sex as fucking people in nursing homes. Yeah.
Isn't there like a retirement community in Florida that's like I think I heard about it there, where they have like a colored loofah on their, I don't know what that represents, what they're into. It was some like,
I never heard of the colorful loofah scandal.
Tyler or Tommy G or Tyler something like made a video about it. I'm gonna find it actually.
I might.
Yeah, but they're just trying to say that the new like disease rates is growing faster in like the elderly than anyone else, because the elderly don't use fucking condoms.
Well, I mean, everything's sex nowadays anyways. I mean, it's like,
yeah, imagine twerking in a nursing home.
Yeah, I mean,
your
it's
dad
even
probably sees too mad already.
No, well, my dad's in a memory care facility, so it's kind of like only 30 people in there, and they're all in wheelchairs and don't know what's going on. So I highly doubt that's going on where he's at. He's not in a wheelchair, but everyone else is. But on the other side, there's like 250 residents that are all like, homie was riding through. Get this one. Dude's pulling through on a scooter, right? He's in the regular sector. Pulling through on the scooter in the hallways of this bitch. pulling through, long hair. Looks like he's got like he was in the Navy, like he had one of those like Navy tattoos. Older guy, probably 70-ish. He's riding down, dude. Homie's just got a stogie, just a cigarette, chilling on his scooter. And all of a sudden, this like nurse goes, Harvey, you can't be smoking in here. And he's like, I'm not. Dude, I was like, no way. I was
High
like, this
school
is
again, yeah.
I was like, this is some trippy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are people, bro.
I mean, it's like some movie shit in this place, man. It really is. It's pretty crazy. He goes, I didn't realize how many people were in a similar position. My dad is in my house. Yeah. It's not cool, man. And I don't want to go ahead and point fingers, but I think it's all from the fucking prescription drugs and shit like that, man. I think that's like that and alcohol, but like I feel like alcohol takes even longer because usually if you're an alcoholic, a regular alcoholic, they've been drinking 20 years or so, and they started early, they die between like 54 and 65. I know it's like an exception to the rule, but like most alcoholics who drink heavy, they don't make it past that level where their brain starts to go. But the ones that do, they usually get it. I think prescription drugs are a huge part of it. That's what happened to my dad. It's all narcotics.
I believe it.
Doesn't run in my family. It doesn't. All my grandparents are in their 90s. All work, still driving and shit. It's really just this younger, more younger. I mean, I guess they're all kind of older, but they're younger in a sense. They like just made it to that cusp of the antidepressants and shit like that. This guy goes, I worked in a retirement home dining room. It was like high school, popular elderly loners, cool kids in big groups, badassers and nerds. That's classic.
People don't evolve,
server
man.
and stuff like that.
People don't evolve. Like after a certain age, like you're just stuck. That's who you are forever.
Opioid. That's a good word. Thank you, Clit. Thank you, Clint.
Clits? Whoa.
Yeah, thanks, Clit. Thank you, Clitoris.
Thanks, Clit Perry.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, he's fucked now.
You guys know I could barely read. Come on. I actually had one of my friends. He was like, dude, I watched one of your videos. You stumbled over every sentence. I go, yeah, I know. You can tell I only film it once. And he was like, yeah, true. But I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, you know how many people out there have a hard time? Like, I don't have the hardest time reading. It's my screen's really small. I have to like go like this and shit. So I need a bigger screen. That's all. And yeah, I'm gonna, whatever. I don't fucking care. It'll make other people who could read really well feel great about themselves. I'll go, look at this fucking idiot. Can't even read. He goes, my dad drank beer on the weekends, but he didn't take any drugs at all. He had a stroke and now he lives with me. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. People have a fucking stroke, dude. Alcoholism is real. Dude, trust an Irishman. We got a Scotland gentleman here too.
I wanted to share something too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm actually almost a year sober from alcohol.
Holy shit. Round of applause for Alberto, guys. Unreal, dude.
Get him a shot, man. Shot on this guy.
No, dude, it's not. I'm going to tell you, man, I've grown up. My mom fell victim. to alcohol. She died from alcoholism.
Yeah, it's not fun, bro.
My dad, he almost died when he was 64. He met the perfect age requirement for dying from alcoholism. Even
it's
with
a silent
the
killer, man. It is.
Yeah, he was in the hospital for 27 days. They were going to amputate both of his legs from gangrene. I got photos. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, gangrene in his legs and it went away.
I thought he was going to die, dude. Literally, we cried and everything. We were planning funerals and shit. And he made it through. He's a psychopath, man.
A fucking warrior,
no, dude, he's almost died like 8-9 times, overdoses, all this shit. But I'm gonna tell you, man. One of my best friends, dude. Two of my dearest friends both suffer from the alcohol to a point where it's like ruin your life, like jail time because of alcohol.
And
you know,
go
ahead.
Another thing is too, people don't understand that it has the same effects as being bipolar. Like you're one person when you're drunk and you're one person when you're sober. And it like kind of messes with your head too. And I started to encourage more people to like stop drinking just in general, because like, it's in our society, it's like everything's celebrated. Oh, it has to have alcohol or has to have some kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you can't control yourself, you gotta stop it.
Here's how you know you got a problem. If you're drinking every day I don't care if you're turning into a different person, you might not know you're doing it, but if that's where you're at, you need to never touch a drop of alcohol again. You need to just let that shit go. Because some people can drink every day and it doesn't turn them into another person. But that's something I've noticed big time. Two of my friends, including my mother, they literally turn into another person, and you almost have to show them with a video. This is who you turn into, and nobody likes you when you turn into this person.
That's what you did?
I did it to all of them. My mom wouldn't quit, though. She was too far gone. My mom went from being the most wonderful person in the world and being the most unbothered person, nicest person, most optimistic person. But once alcohol reached a certain level, once she turned around, I'd say 55, 60s. She died at 64. So once she hit that certain plateau where she started turning into somebody else, it was too far gone already. And but that's what happens, like one of my best friends turns into another guy, and that you have to show him a video of him in order for him to realize that he don't drink no more. I know he fucks up here and there. I know he does. You know when somebody's still fucking up. You just know. I'm not gonna give him shit for it, nothing like that. It sucks when you see somebody, like for me, right? I don't want to go ahead and point fingers. I have a problem. I still sneak off with this shit. And this weekend I smoked cigarettes this weekend. Oh, cigar. Still, same shit. I fucking did it. I have this weird sickness about me with the fucking tobacco. So I kind of understand it. It's like a real fat person with food. It's like they just can't stop eating, And
you gotta have stronger willpower, though, man.
I know, but you have to. I know this, but what I'm trying to say is with alcohol and the narcotics and things like this, bro, willpower, it's still very difficult. And I'm not giving them excuses. I agree with you. Like, you got to cut that shit out.
Yeah, I don't give people excuses because you know what? You're cheerleading for your bad habits. And here's the reality of it, man. Like, even if you believe that was the case, lie to yourself and see how that works. One of the worst things you could do is just admitting that you have a problem. People say, "Oh, it's admitting." No, say that you don't have a problem and see what happens. Like, and it's not for you, Jack. This is just in general. Like for me,
go ahead.
I gave up alcohol a year ago, and
you did too.
Yeah, but here's what I was never a drinker, so not like I had an alcohol problem. Okay. I was a social drinker. So what I did personally was, I'm a personal trainer. I know you guys could see it. I got a fucking huge test. I got it, but what happened was I would drink on the weekends with my friends, and I'd go to work on Monday and be just fucking hungover. I got the fucking, it would mess me up, and I'd have to train clients. So I was like, you know what? I'm getting rid of this shit. Now, I like being drunk. I don't like getting drunk, but I look at it like this. Like, if you don't want to do something, just don't do it. People make this whole battle to why they can't do something, and then they start arguing for their deficiencies. You don't want to do that. You don't want to argue for why you fail at something. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to argue for your shortcomings. So what I say to people is, listen, I'm like you, Jack. I like to smoke. So, but the only reason why I haven't smoked weed in a long time or recently,
I was talking about cigarettes. Weed's no big deal. I don't even.
This is what I like about smoking in general. Just this, and blowing smoke. I like to blow smoke. I like blowing smoke. Me personally. So I think the best way to stop blowing smoke, you know what I'm saying, is one, get fucking so broke when you can't afford to smoke, which is what I am right now. I can't afford to fucking smoke weed right now. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with you to the extent that if you put a fucking ounce in front of me, that's just going to be gone by Friday. If you put an eighth in front of me, it's going to be gone by Friday. I don't care how much it is. By Friday, it's gone. So I got to buy in small amounts so I don't smoke all of it. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm with you on it. But what I tell myself, though, is I could give it up if I wanted to.
Here's the difference, though, between weed. Anybody who ever seen the movie Half Baked is going to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love
There's a scene in Half Baked where he's in an AA meeting and he has the audacity to stand up and say, "I'm addicted to weed." And Bob Saget's character stands up and goes, "Weed?" He goes, "You ever suck dick for some weed?" And then he goes,
I love that
"No."
part.
He goes, "No, I haven't." And he goes, "Yeah." But no, the best part is he goes, "Yeah, that's what the fuck I thought." But the best part is when Bob Saget goes, "Have you ever sucked dick for weed?" There's some random black guy in the back. He goes, "I've seen him." And I always thought that was the best. But the point is like, weed ain't shit compared to fucking tobacco, and tobacco ain't shit compared to alcohol. Alcohol's king. Alcohol is the worst of the worst. Okay, look it up. I didn't make this shit up. But
you could die in a single night from alcohol.
Yeah, weed is only, weed can be a good thing or it can be a self-destructive thing. So people who smoke all day, in my mind, and they're not winning, they're actually hurting themselves.
They just legalized it a couple years ago here, actually.
That's fine. They legalized alcohol too, and people are fucking losing everything over that shit. Yeah. But my point is Chuck Nasty, what's up, brother? Nothing wrong with having a little smoke, Jack. Who cares? My girlfriend. No, just kidding. My dentist, he actually loves it when I smoke because then I get to spend thousands of dollars with him. No, but that's a true story.
But weed's like masturbation, man. Like,
okay, hold on.
Too much. Too much,
weed, though, I don't give a fuck. Smoke all you want, dude. I don't care. But I will say, when I see somebody, it's very finite amount of people who smoke weed all day and are successful. It's a very finite amount of people. I'd like to believe it too. I smoked weed forever. Okay. If that joint was canoeing, I would row that boat with you, brother. I get it. I understand. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Weed's like masturbation. Yeah.
Look, in a perfect world, okay, let's use Joe Rogan as an example because we were talking about him earlier. That motherfucker didn't start smoking weed until after he became uber successful. Okay.
And developed.
Yes. Uber successful, not just a little successful. I'm talking millionaire. Then he started smoking weed. But Joe Rogan used to talk shit on people who smoke weed because he was too busy winning. But my point is like, I will smoke weed here and there, but there are a finite amount of people. Like, if you're in a position right now where things aren't going that great, I don't care how you feel about this. If you're in a position where things aren't going the best and you can't see why things aren't working out, if you are A, drinking alcohol every day, B, smoking weed all fucking day, even just at night a bunch, those two things, pills, heroin, all that shit, you already know the answer. But those two things, that right there will tell me exactly why you are having a hard time getting where you want to be. Because I've done it. Other people have done it. Everybody else has fucking done it. So just because 30 people smoke weed and one of them successful does not mean that the one guy is going to hold up everybody else. The truth is 29 other people are unsuccessful and they smoke weed all day. It's not just let's point at one guy who's doing it. So that's like my only advice.
It's hard to smoke one blunt when you can roll two more. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's like jerking off. Like I said, weed is like having Pornhub in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's addictive, bro. Like it really is. It's kind of like and this is why like I'm glad I can't afford to smoke right now because it stops me from smoking. So I'm a practical smoker, right? I won't suck dick for weed. You know what I'm saying? So
I wouldn't either. It's that.
Huh? Yeah.
So just for coke, look the half. Yeah. I'll fuck with you.
All right, this guy goes, if you can't control yourself, you shouldn't speak for others, though. No. I'm telling you something that's an actual, like, you can't argue against it. Like it's Bob Marley don't fucking count. All right.
Yeah, you never look at the exception of the rule as what
it proves the rule. The exception proves the rule.
I'll guarantee you. I will guarantee you. Everybody who's not winning, that they're drinking every fucking day. Okay, some people can drink all day and win. Sure. Go ahead. A very finite amount of people. But anybody who's doing remotely well in life, they're not smoking weed all day. They're just fucking not. They're just not. They're not. So go ahead.
Do you think people know how to enjoy those things still? Because for me, the people that I know that use it, usually they don't even like have tolerance breaks. Like they're just like using it like a coping mechanism, you know?
Yep.
And a lot of people have their socially acceptable kind of coping mechanism today, be it, you know, it's not necessarily weed. Everybody has their thing, right? We're creatures of habits. But the thing you were asking me earlier about the difference between Scotland and here, I get the impression a lot of like the younger people today, they don't know how to live anymore. They really don't know how to appreciate what they have.
I'm guilty, and I don't want anybody in here thinking I'm saying you smoke weed, you're a loser. I'm not saying that. Okay, I smoked weed a long fucking time. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I am living proof, and I could smoke weed and be totally fine. Okay, I ran a successful reselling business, stoned all day long. Okay, but I took breaks before that. I didn't smoke weed for an entire year and a half while I was doing two jobs, like working a job and starting my resale business. Then when things got successful, I got a little carried away with weed again. But the difference is I was making $8,000 a month, so I could afford to smoke some fucking weed. Yeah. But if you ain't doing that, you can't. Okay, I'm not saying if you make $5,000 a month. Let's not take this shit out of context too much. What I'm saying is you'd be surprised if you smoke weed every day and things aren't going that great. Yeah. You would be shocked what happens after you quit. Okay, you could pick it up later.
And free time don't go well together. Yeah, weed and free time doesn't go well together.
Yeah. So, Danny, so you're saying in Scotland, what was the difference again? Like, can you reiterate on that a little bit?
It's just that I met some people that, like the people that I knew in Scotland that smoked weed. Like it was like a thing, you know, like maybe like on a Saturday night or something, you know, like
that's cool.
You know, yeah. It wasn't like necessarily like I've like in Brooklyn here, I see a lot of young people. It's like they're just lighting up on the street and everything all the time, you know.
They're smoking for sport.
Yeah.
They're smoking for sport. Anyways, we got Sam Cotter up in here. Sam, how you living, man? You
what's up, baby? I'm good. I'm good. I'm proud of you. Just seeing you got the juice. You got the sauce. But no, can I share just real quickly my journey with all of this and what I've learned?
Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Basically, and, you know, let me start by saying this. I was a smart teenager. I knew what the fuck was up. But basically, my mom got sick in 2006. I was 16. Jack and I are the same age. Yeah, that's when I dropped out. Huh?
I said we're 34 now. Just give us some context.
Yeah. So Jack and I went to school. We went to high school together before I dropped out. My mom got sick. She was in the hospital for a year and a half in Broward. I didn't have a car yet, you know, so I had to help my family to start to make some money. And that's when I started my full-time career in marketing and branding. So, you know, fortunately that worked out. But that was 06. 2007 comes around, and I was diagnosed with a congenital birth defect called Arnold-Chiari malformation, which is essentially just a displacement of your brainstem within your spinal column. And it can cause some pretty fucked up problems, and it was. So that was 2007. Now,
he's about to grab a blunt.
Yeah, right. So basically, at that time is when the pill mills, 07, the pill mills started late 06, right?
Yeah, so basically for a little context, the pill mills in South Florida, when the narcotics and opioid epidemic hit, they opened all these pill pharmacies where basically they opened a shit ton of these, and they were basically just handing out any kind of narcotics, Xanax, fucking Vicodin, fucking any kinds of Oxy. They're handing out any, and we had people. It's almost done. We had people coming from all over the country, driving to Florida, making up my back hurts, basically getting a weed license, but for something serious. Anyways, that's the pill mill. Keep going, Sam.
Thank you, sir, because that's actually really that's good context. At that time, that was early 2007. I would eventually end up having brain surgery in October of 2009.
Oh shit!
Mid 2007, there were more pill mills in Palm Beach County, where Jack and I live, than McDonald's. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. I can't even drive 2 minutes without seeing a McDonald's. You feel me?
So, yeah, there are so many.
And to add to what you were saying, Jack, you know, just about how you could go in there, bro. When I would have my appointment, the guy who diagnosed me, referred me to a pain management doctor. Now, I was 17. Ibuprofen 800 would have worked. So it is on me too, because I was smart enough to know that I should probably not have taken the 180 Roxy 30 prescription and the 90 Oxy 80s a month they prescribed me. To add on to what you were saying, Jackie boy, you didn't even have to go. Here's how crazy it was. You didn't even have to go to the fucking pharmacy to fill these prescriptions.
No.
You'd walk out of the doctor's office, and in the same building, there would be just like a storage closet, and you'd have one of his employees in there just shelling out your fucking scripts. And they already had him ready because they knew what he was going to prescribe to people, right? Pill mills,
like the same shit as what's happened to weed. Same fucking thing. Anybody that's went in for the weed card, I can't sleep. My fucking dick smells at night.
Oh, it was so easy.
Itches. Yeah, you could just say anything, like anything.
And I was a shoo-in because I didn't need to say anything, right? Like I had fucking MRI.
So how long, if you don't mind me asking, how long did you get hooked? How long did you get hooked on pills just to paint some prescription?
Okay, so check it out. From the age of 17, when I first got on them, to, and Jack, we knew each other before that. I was smoking weed and shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
Experimenting with psychedelics until COVID. Now, here's what happened.
Wait. So you're talking like 13 years or some shit?
And I had a successful career, which I'm very proud of, right?
You're an anomaly.
I shouldn't be alive. So here's what happened. They cut off everybody's. Purdue Pharma did their whole OxyContin campaign, right? It's a miracle drug. There's a video that they made in 1999 that's basically, it followed like 9 to 13 people. And they were all like, oh, my life's gotten so much better. Within a year and a half, they were all dead. So they knew what the fuck they were doing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No, this shit's killed a lot of people, dude. This is like heroin, basically.
The fentanyl epidemic is because of this, believe it or not. Yep. Jack and I live ground zero of all this shit.
Yeah, this is like when they would talk about cocaine cowboys in the 80s and all this shit, like Square Grouper, which is like old weed shipped into Miami. Also, this is just another form of that, but with pills. Like this guy goes, how is that allowed? Pill mills. So it's the same shit. Let me put it to you this way, right? I'm not going to go all conspiracy on you. But it's the same shit as alcohol. It's the same fucking shit. They're doing it with weed. And I know weed's not crazy strong and all that, but you got to look at the big picture of this shit. Why is tobacco being sold? Why is alcohol being sold? Why is there fast food on every corner if it's all bad for us? It's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's not just about money. Like I've said before, I said this before, if it's only about the money, you only go so far. What certain people do, it's not about the money, and they're going the furthest with it. So when they put up these pill mills, I mean, dude, you're talking about everything goes up. Okay. They're not just making money there, but now people can't even fucking function. All right. Now more arrests than ever. Okay. You're talking like when you have a society of people who can't fucking function, all they care about is weed and pills and Xanax and how could I black out tonight? That's when that's all you really give a shit about. That's kind of what they want. That's whoever they are. I don't know.
Complacent, not giving a fuck. It's easier.
Yeah,
for them.
And they make money when you die. They make money. Dying isn't free. At least not
I
there.
don't fuck with Jules, man. That Jules, that shit.
Yeah, that shit.
I know, and I'm fucking hooked.
You gotta be careful. With
y'all
that,
talking all that shit and y'all puffing that shit, man. What the fuck?
Look.
I got a pregnant fiance, so it's like, my God.
My buddy went to the hospital.
I know I'm not perfect.
Pills are so bad for you guys.
Okay. Well, Shape. Pills literally re-alter your
I'm fucking with you, man.
Yeah, you like I don't black out. Like I remember everything that happened yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like this is kind of a different it's a smidge, but yeah.
Don't
so anyways,
look,
I'm copping some heroin tonight and I'm gonna have a good time.
Oh, I got a hookup, bro. But no, I want to tell you what that turned into, because it's something that a lot of people don't know about.
You did heroin?
Hold on. No, I haven't done heroin.
No, not you. I'm talking Sam, right?
Oh.
Shit. Is that what? No, it was fentanyl. So here's what happened, right? The DEA, about 2011, 2012, they cut off a bunch of people's prescriptions. What a lot of people don't know, people might know about the Adderall shortage in this country right now, right? I'm sure somebody knows about the Adderall shortage in the country.
I wouldn't doubt it. Everybody's on that shit.
Well, here's
not
the
everyone,
thing.
but a lot of people.
You ask the doctors why there's an Adderall shortage, and they're like, "Oh, you know, the lab in Puerto Rico doesn't have the reagents to make it." And I'm like, "Bull fucking shit." So I end up looking into it. The DEA establishes something every year called APQs, aggregate production quotas.
I don't like it.
Right. So So the people that make these decisions, the board that makes the decisions on how many controlled substances can be manufactured per year, nobody knows who the fuck they are within the DEA. Okay. Here's the problem though. COVID happened, right? People were in their house. They were stuck in their fucking house. They weren't going to the office. So naturally, some people, you would think, you know, obviously need a little bit of a kick in the ass to get back to work. So they get more Adderall prescriptions are written. This is exactly what happened with the Oxy shit, by the way. So more Adderall prescriptions are written, and then they reach that quota, and they're able to say the doctors are overprescribing. And what happens is now you go try to buy an Adderall on the street. You know what happens? You know what you're getting? You're getting a counterfeit pressed pill that has crystal meth in it. You know what happens when you try to buy Xanax on the street? You get a counterfeit pressed pill that has fentanyl in it. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, who the fuck is getting paid here? But I digress. So I struggled, you know, nobody who's an addict is like, nobody wants to be an addict, right? It's shameful. When you're on this hard shit though, like even, you know, oxys, because it is fucking heroin opiate. Here's the main problem and what I'm getting at. They cut the supply off and it funds the cartel, it funds organized crime, and then we're supposed to believe that they're not two chickens in the same fucking coop, right? If I were president, if I don't dismantle the DEA completely, I reform it into the Drug Education Agency. It's time to stop incarcerating people. You motherfuckers started this shit. Let's be real about it. Anyways, I struggled for years, okay? I had given up my prescriptions. Huh?
I said 13 years. That's
you just wait because it ain't over. That was just Oxy. So I gave up my prescriptions about 6 months, 8 months before COVID hit. And, you know, that was a moment of me just being like, I'm done. This is the last time. I was still buying them on the street though. They used to be $3 each back in 2007, right? To buy on the street, and they were real. They weren't fake. And then they went to 25, 30, 35, sometimes 40, right? Each for one fucking pill. And anyways, I was buying them on the streets. 2 days before COVID hit, I was like, you know what? This is fucking it. I'm done. I wake up, you know, I'm on day 3 of withdrawal. Anybody who knows about opiate withdrawal, day 3 is it's just the most brutal, right? You're down and out. I wake up to my mom banging on my door and breaking into my house, and I just hear, Sam, hey, there's a pandemic. Where the fuck are you? She thought I was dead.
Oh, shit.
Comes upstairs, finds me on the floor, sweat my ass off, you know, fucking just, And you guys remember what it was like when COVID hit. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on. People thought
that was really weird, man. It was like Twilight.
It was weird. Yeah. It was. I almost feel like I died and woke up in an alternate dimension for a second there. I mean, it was just fucking
It was the
bizarre.
lockdowns, though.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
keep it real. It was a
wait, real
lockdown
quick. Hey, Steve, thanks for the $5. I just put the link in the chat. You could use your phone. You don't even need to be on camera if you don't want to. You just click the link, and it's pretty easy to do. Thank you for the $5. Anyways, keep going.
So basically, you know, nobody knew what the fuck was going on. So I was like, oh, shit, I got to get right. I really wanted to do this. And look, this is all on me. I'm not putting the fucking blame on anybody else.
No, that's cool. We get it.
So what did I do? I had to get right and feel okay to get the fuck up and figure out what was going on, get supplies. Well, we have all heard and we all remember the toilet paper's flying off the shelves. You know, this shit's sold out. This thing's sold out. People didn't mention, though, all the pills on the street were sold out because even people that weren't using them were stocking up because it seemed like a doomsday scenario, right?
Oh, shit.
So that's when I started snorting fentanyl.
Fucking cringe as hell, yeah.
So that's when I started. So here's the thing. By the great and look, I'll be 34 in a month.
Okay.
I lost 20 like friends, not peers, acquaintances, friends by 25. And that was before the whole fentanyl thing. That was off Oxy alone, off Oxy and Xanax typically combined. So started snorting it. Thank God, by the grace of God, you'd look at me and I say I have an aversion to needles, and people are like, "Why? You're so tattooed." No, I have an aversion to intravenous needles. It just fucking creeps me out. If I didn't, I'd probably be dead. Anyways, it got to the point, 2021, December 8th, the night before my birthday, my sister overdosed in the street on fentanyl.
Fuck.
Fortunately, she survived after four Narcan shots. I was withdrawing again because that was it for me. And I'm 3 days into withdrawal. Again, that magic number, the fucking ambulance gets there, and the cop that rides the ambulance immediately runs out because I look like shit. I've been withdrawing for 3 days. And the cop runs up to me while my sister's just gray with purple lips on the floor, shines a flashlight in my face. "What are you on, bro?" And I fucking screamed at him. And fortunately, there was a woman cop that was with him that had pulled up, and she's like, "Hey, sweetheart. I could have caught a serious charge." So they ended up reviving her, 4 shots of Narcan.
It works.
And yeah, thank God, man.
Thank the Lord.
But I was doing fucking CPR and chest compressions in the street for fucking 5 minutes. No, she's pretty much gone.
What, for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Does she have any brain damage or no?
No, she's a smart bitch though. I mean, she probably does. I just can't tell because she's
yeah,
man. So anyways, no, I'm real quick if you don't mind me finishing up. March 17th, 2022. That was I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck the Sacklers. Fuck the system that wants me to be fucked up. That's what worked for me personally, right? When I'd go to NA on my own volition because I knew I had a problem, like I said, no junkie wants to be a junkie.
No.
All I would get from it was I'd hear everybody else's fucking horror stories and war stories, and I'd leave and I'd be thinking, I got my own. By the time I leave, I'd be like, all right, now I feel like copping because this shit was so depressing. So
it backfired on you.
Well, but it's not for everybody, but it helps so much people. So if you're going through something like this,
I went to AA. My mom died, and I went to AA meetings for free therapy because it's, I'm not going to go see a therapist. I'm going to go to some people who
understand you.
Shit. Yeah. That's why I went there, because I was like, and I was honest with them. I was like, look, I don't necessarily have an alcohol problem. I made some bad
and they're amazing people.
Alcohol. But, I would vent, and then a lot of people in there, because a lot of addicts have a thing in common where it's like a dead parent or somebody dies early in their life. It's kind of like very similar shit usually. So anybody who wants the free therapy, go to an AA meeting. I swear to God. Don't go leave there and do heroin or nothing, but go check it out. And this guy says it too. This is great because my dad is in the position he's in because of what we're talking about, narcotics and alcohol. This guy goes, if I could get all the cash I spent on pills back in the early 2000s, I'd be set. Big pharma. Thank the Lord I lived. Yeah, my dad ruined, my dad's a perfect example. He had his own business, had like 5 employees, 2 work vans. He owned a Porsche. He was fucking, big time Johnny. You know what I mean? And he spent it all on pills, all of it.
I made over $1 million, in my career legitimately. I have nothing to show for it. Not a fucking thing.
What did you do to make $1 million?
He's in advertising. Marketing.
Yeah.
He's the guy you're talking about?
Yeah.
Made
so
80K a video in Hollywood that type, and then went down to 3.
No, that's not him. That's this other guy, Aaron. What he taught me though.
I want to say this real quickly, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but the black man wants to speak. I've been around white people a good portion of my life, and I want to say one of the biggest issues is the cultural acceptance of pills in the white community. As a black man, I just never thought it was cool to take pills. But white people think it's cool to take pills, and that's a real problem. Because
the black guys tell it to us.
No, now they do.
Fuck you. No, but seriously, no, white kids were fucking drug dealers. But seriously, I moved from the hood to white suburbs when I was like 13, which was the worst thing my parents could
generally
do.
where it all
they
gets
did.
sold.
because of it, now I speak like a white boy. But the reality of it was, I still had the culture of a black man, And so when I seen my, classmates doing pills, it never enticed me. But I didn't realize that one of the problems was they seen their parents do it, their friends do it. It was a communal thing. Everybody's doing it.
Why
so
the
it was
chicken
never
cross the road,
the
bro?
gateway was a community. The community said, "Hey, man, we're all taking pills. Your mom was on prescripts. My mom's on prescripts. My parents never did prescription pills or drugs. So I never knew anyone that took Adderall or any stuff that you guys are so used to people taking."
Shape, and you're absolutely right. My friends that are black, they just didn't fuck with pills. They'd be like, "That's white boy shit, bro. That's all you," right?
They sold it to you.
But then,
Sorry.
typically, I sold it to them. If
It's
I'm
not
being real,
funny. It's not funny anymore.
I know.
But
overstepped.
after the whole Future, what was it? Mask Off. Everybody in the hood that I knew was doing fucking Molly, Percocet,
yep.
And it
Drinking lean or something like that.
Because lean is like liquid heroin, right? I mean,
yeah, that is true. Because Lil Wayne almost had a heart attack
either.
from it.
I've never done lean before,
or stroke.
But I could tell you one thing for sure is that once your community accepts something, it's night, yeah. Once the community says this is okay, like that's why the Greeks were gay, bro, and the Romans were gay because everybody was sucking dick back then.
Hey, gay is good, dude. Everybody's gay nowadays. Everyone's doing it. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm not kidding.
What worked for me, just to wrap it up, here's what worked for me, man. March 17th, 2022. I had to get pissed. None of that NA shit worked for me. If you got a problem, please try going to NA if you haven't. But what worked for me was ketamine infusion therapy and getting pissed about it. I'm not really sure which one did more, but I'll tell you, because Jack's been brave enough to share his family experience and everything, and I think it's important I do too. My mom and my sister were also in that trap. Went from the pills to the fentanyl. Once you couldn't find the pills anymore, right? They cut off everybody's prescriptions. And I knew maybe this was the biggest reason, is because I knew that even though I didn't want it to be this way, this is the way it was. I am the leader in my family as far as how they see me when it came to that. And so I prayed that if I stopped, they'd follow suit. Sure enough, man. And I think it's important. Suit? Everybody's good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's off that shit, bro.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but I made this beautiful analogy to my friends that were living with me. Now it's in my house. I had one of my boys living with me, and then my other boy Taco living with me. So the other guy moved out. I'm actually happy about that because it's like super peaceful now, and he wasn't the cleanest guy. But I was trying to help him out. He's one of my dear friends, and but I had to make this point to them because they were both smoking weed like assholes, and they were both alcoholics. One of them was sober. The other one was battling getting sober. So I said to them one day, I'm like, we came out, we're all in the living room or in the kitchen. And I go, great, we're all here. I go, I got to just say something right now. I got to get it. I got to say this. I can't hold stuff in. I go, look, here's the deal. I got both of you jamokes living in my house, and all you two do all day is fucking smoke weed, and you ain't doing nothing with your fucking selves. And I really don't give a shit, but you're living in my house, and you know that old saying, you are who you hang out with, right? Well, right now, it's really hard for me to try and make something of myself. And when I have you two baboons living with me, and I go, let me put it to you this way. The moment one of you guys quits weed, now whoever, I go, the other one is now going to be the odd man out, because right now I'm the fucking odd man out in my own goddamn house. And it's not in a good way. I'm in the good way. But that was kind of my point, how you said would follow suit. And what do you know? The moment my boy Taco stops smoking weed all day and stops smoking weed, and he's not drinking no more, all of a sudden, the other guy, it's a little bit odd when he's smoking a joint at 10 a.m. and these other two guys are like doing something productive.
And let me ask you, Taco, I'm sure once he quit, he was fucking making moves, yeah?
Yes, he is.
Started to.
Okay. The first step though, the whole start, because when quitting something, if you don't have something going, it's not the easiest, but like the fact that he's been clean off this shit for quite some time now, at least 3-4 months at this point. That's he's hitting that spot where it's like he ain't sleeping in no more. He's up, he's clean and shit. He's starting to move around more and more and more. And I'm really trying to bring him in on this with me, at least on the lives, not in my full length video, not in my pre-recorded regular videos. but I'm trying to get him to get in and help me edit, help me do some stuff so that when the time comes, he, you know, when I'm making some serious quiche, he can make some quiche with me. And, you know, because I know he doesn't want a normal job, but unfortunately, you're going to have to actually work a little bit harder and to not have a normal job. That's kind of how it works. Not to take away from anybody with a normal job. It's all hard work, but
fucking 9 to 5, man.
No. I don't want to say it like that though, because
you gotta say it like that. And I'll tell you why.
Work your 9 to 5 until your dream is setting you up. That's it.
You say it like that.
I'll tell you why you gotta say it like that.
Go ahead.
You gotta work harder on your business than someone else's. You got to. So whatever you got doing it, and whatever you're doing for somebody else, if motherfucker you go to work busting your ass, you come home, you can't clean your house, you're fucking up. And this is what people do. They go to job, nice,
my house
fresh shirt, dry clean. They're gonna clean their job up. They're gonna come home and leave their house like trash. My friend, you're fucking up. So look, I tell people all the time, if you're gonna work hard at someone else's dream, you gotta work hard for your dream simultaneously. Try it. And that could be just taking some of the money you get from the white man and invest it into your own business. We're all working for I'm just saying white man because we work in America, so we all work for the white man.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
Wait. And I love working for the white man because hold on. No problem.
I heard a black guy. I heard a black guy say the best thing ever. He goes, think about this. He goes, are white people really in charge, or is it really us, the black man? And we're so smart that we've put these white puppets out in front of you guys to make it think that white people are. He's like, don't let them know your next move. He's like, what if it's really us running the show? But we're so smart that we put these white fucks out here. And I was like,
he's never listened to Kanye, obviously.
He's more delusional than modern women for sure.
No, first of all, this guy, I trusted this source from TikTok, bro. I'm just kidding. No, but hey, real quick though, before we
tap dance, play basketball, and football really well, but everything else, you got to have a white man running it. I have no problem with America. America was built by white people. You know what I'm saying? And is why it is the first world country it is. I tell people, you want to understand the difference between a first world country and a third world country? Where the white people at? No, I'm playing. No, but seriously, no, first world countries were built by great men. Great men built America. Let's tell the truth. And they were white. Who gives a flying fuck? You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Arabic men built the great place called UAE, United Arab Emirates. If you go to Dubai, Dubai's better than America. It's safer, cleaner, and there's no drugs. So none of y'all can pop.
I mean, I've never been.
You know what I'm saying? And I got shit. Yo, Dubai, if no one understands Dubai, Dubai is the best version of what America is because there's no crime. And the way they establish it, they have very strict laws. It's illegal to insult someone. You call someone a fag, you're going to jail. You call someone a bitch, you're going to jail. People
in
leave.
Dubai?
You see people, yes, go look at videos of Dubai. People leave. People drive fucking Ferraris, take their key, leave it on the passenger seat, record it, say, I'm going to be back here in 3 hours. They put their car in the parking lot, leave their car with the keys right in the fucking passenger seat, and the key in the car is still there.
You know
that's how safe Dubai is.
You know what would be a great video? One of those videos of like somebody left their fucking car running and a guy goes and he steals the car. But what if the dude actually didn't steal the car? He just took it. He got the car washed, got it detailed, brought it back, right? And he goes, and the guy's like, that's the guy who stole my car. And he's like, no, man, I'm just doing good deeds. My therapist said I need to help more and reach out. So I just got your car detailed. And I threw about $50 in the glove compartment. Get yourself some pizza. You ever want to have dinner? My name's Tony. You know, that would be pretty funny. Yeah, sorry, my bad, man.
I got a jacket going to fucking July 2024 when we both cross 100K.
I went beyond the ether. My bad, guys. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's all right.
I didn't mean.
No, we like that. That's what we love about you, Jack.
Wow.
I get a little weird. Quick, Shape? I got to run. Shape, I'm going to throw you a follow, good people.
Yes.
Here's my message to anybody that's listening to chat right now. Drugs, substance abuse, whatever the fuck you want to call it, no matter how you feel about it, it leads to down so many dark paths. But the one thing it universally leads to, heartbreak.
It affects wait, real quick. It affects the people around you more. And we're actually going to start wrapping this up. And it's something I haven't been doing lately. But Alberto, you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right, real quick. Sam, why don't you give people your next 6-month goal? Keep it real simple, short, and then get the hell out of here.
Next 6-month goal, I'm dropping this album that drugs held me back from having the confidence to fucking drop for years.
Okay.
Talking to an A&R from my favorite record label, and let's see where the fuck it goes.
Hey,
Jackie boy, I love you, buddy.
yeah,
Thanks for having
hey,
me. Let's catch up soon.
give me a DM. I'll plug you. All right, man. I love you too, dude. Peace. All right, Alberto, keep it short, concise. What's your next 6-month goal, brother?
Just trying to like, trying to get the money up and then just work on myself and stuff like that. Because I think a couple years ago I was in a relationship, and then like after that I was kind of a mess, and then
Makes
I kind of
sense.
just I put myself back on, like I got myself back on my feet, quitting alcohol and like just working on myself and stuff like that.
Well, we're proud of you, man. You're 26. You're a young buck. You just keep doing the right things, and good things come from it. So stay up. Get those breadsticks up, man. Get a whole loaf. Okay. Obtain that grain, brother. Appreciate you jumping on the show, my man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
I'm gonna get you the hell out of here.
Peace
Later,
out.
brother. All right, Danny boy, what's your next 6-month goal here? Keep it short, concise. Lay it on us, brother.
I'm just looking to stay alive and overcome the health problems I have, so I can still be around for my kids, and I'm just trying to be a good example for them.
Absolutely, dude. That's beautiful. That was probably the most beautiful thing I've heard all night. All right, Danny, I appreciate you coming on the show, bro. It really means a lot.
Thank you. I love it, guys. Take care, Shape. Take care, Jack.
Yes,
See you later, brother. All right, Shape, you're the last one, Big Daddy. Don't let us down. What's your
trying not to, bro? I mean, all I can think about.
What's your next 6-month goal? Keep it short, keep it concise, keep it sleek, keep it sexy.
Hey, bro, man. You guys, man, follow the page, subscribe to Shape Got the Models on YouTube. We're trying to hit 100K before 6 months. Ray Blair, I'm trying to take you to Dubai with me, girl. Hit me in the DMs. And I'm looking for a Fentanyl Connect. Anybody can help me? I'm trying to start pushing some hard drugs. Just to stay clean. Stay clean, man. Jack, bro, you're one of the greatest, bro. I'm proud to be your boy, be your friend. We on this stream shit together. So let's stop struggle streaming, make some real money. Let's shout out to the person that everybody that donated.
Yeah,
Shout
thank
out
you
to
guys.
y'all.
Everybody that donated. We're gonna hook up that dude BK. I'm gonna hook up that dude BK.
Sure.
You guys are actually hooking them up because it's your money. So thank you, everybody in here. I appreciate everyone. Have a great night. And got some videos coming out for you this week. I had a bit of a backup week with the wedding and shit, but we're gonna have some fun this week, okay? And then I'll see you next Sunday, 6 p.m. You know the deal. And everyone pray for BK. We're gonna hook him up with a little bit of bread. BK, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. All right. And make sure you beat me before some random guy pretends to be you. Okay. All right. I love you guys. And as always, good talk. We're gonna go in reverse on this one. Like that. All right. Night, guys.